ready when you are. Welcome everybody, and you ready? We're ready. Welcome everybody to Miami. Big week, Super Bowl week, and a huge fight card here on Thursday night, live and exclusively on DAZN. Two press conferences for you today. Firstly, the madness of these guys, and then we flip to a World Championship triple header, which is absolutely breathtaking. I think it's one of the strongest cards, I was going to say 2020, it definitely is, but even of last year as well. I'm looking to kickstart a big year on DAZN, and we look forward to doing so with an exciting card on Thursday night. This world that we're living in now of YouTubers, sports stars, reality stars wanting to take part in big fights is an interesting one. Last November, we saw a staggering event at the Staples Center. KSI against Logan Paul. It was one of the biggest subscription drivers for DAZN, one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year on UK, on Sky Sports as well. And it's remarkable to see the level of interest and the eyeballs that come in and the new blood that's coming into the sport from fans watching these guys, their heroes, take part in the ring. For me, as a hardcore boxing fan, I think the most important thing is the respect that these guys give the sport. And you'll see a couple of great trainers up here. Firstly, in Vidal, who obviously got the big win with KSI, and also an absolute legend in Shane Mosley as well. These guys have put the work in. They've been up in Big Bear with Jake and Anderson in Vegas as well, putting the hard work in to try and win this fight. As long as they continue to respect the code of boxing, we're happy to welcome this new blood, this new age of fan into the sport. And we've seen that our subscriber numbers, the viewership numbers, who enjoyed the KSI Logan Paul fight, also enjoyed Anthony Joshua against Andy Ruiz too, who also enjoyed Jacobs against Chavez and other great content that DAZN have been putting out. So this is something that myself and Joe Markowski have taken a little bit of criticism for, but we're not short-sighted. We know there is a method behind this madness. We know that it's working, but at the same time, we know that we must respect the code of this great sport. And here you have two guys who have put the work in. I have no idea what's going to happen in this fight. In the KSI Logan Paul fight, I said many times, I think there's a few gifs floating around as well and memes, 10-ounce gloves, someone's getting knocked out. And it was 10-ounce gloves, no headgear. Someone didn't get knocked out. Jake tells me this time that's not the case. And you said to me just then, I see in your eyes, you know I'm going to win. But I've got to say, there's something about you, young man. There is something about you. And I'm not sure yet, but I think you're a tough man. I think you're going to be tough to beat. But one thing I will say is, all the pressure is on you.
Fact.
All right? In this
Pressure
fight.
creates diamonds.
Okay.
Can we give it up for Eddie Hearn, by the way? Great guy.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. But we're going to hear from you guys shortly. Firstly, over to our partner. I'm going to tell him that he's responsible for this new YouTube invasion into boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Markowski from DAZN.
Thanks, Eddie. It's great to be here in Miami during such a big sporting week. I've been here all day, and it's clear that the city's packed with athletes, celebrities, media and brands. And to be fair, so is this room if we're going to count Eddie Hearn as a celebrity. And appropriately, our card is no different. In addition to the championship triple header that Eddie's already mentioned, Thursday's co-main event will see Jake Paul looking to avenge his brother Logan's loss to KSI against this man to my left, Gib potentially on the way to a fight himself with KSI in the future. In terms of the interest this fight is generating for us, our pre-fight show 40 Days has already been viewed more than 4 million times on YouTube. And that's a testament, obviously, to the fan bases that these two individuals command. They're businessmen, they're content creators, and for the first time on Thursday night in Miami, they will be professional fighters. The only place you can watch it is on DAZN. Just download the app, simple process, and enjoy. I want to thank the fighters and their coaches and their teams for making the most of this opportunity. Busy week we've put you through in terms of media obligations, so we appreciate that. Thank you for the buzz you guys are generating on social. It's a noisy week. We're right at the heart of it, and we look forward to seeing everyone on Thursday night. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Joe. We'll go to their teams now. I'm going to speak to you guys from your seats as well, so if you could pass your mics to your respective trainers. Vidal, firstly, I'll start with you. I think one of the great images of 2019 was you dropping to your knees when KSI got the victory at the Staples Centre. Big week, big moment
Very
for you
big,
guys. We know you're a pro fighter and that's where your future lies, but that was a big moment for the team to get that victory.
100%. You know, we're looking to repeat the same thing in a couple of days. It was a huge win, groundbreaking event. You know, we broke through a lot of doors with it, and it was just great to come out on the winning side. So, looking to repeat the same in 2 days. We've never lost, and I intend to keep that going.
Tell us about your charge in Anderson Gibbs. I've seen a little bit of footage. I would say unorthodox is a word that I might use as well. But,
Unorthodox.
But I've seen the improvements that he made from his first fight.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I turned on to that fight a couple of weeks ago, your first ever fight, and I was thinking, my God, this might be a little bit tricky. The second fight, the improvements you made, and watching you in your camp as well, improving as a fighter.
Definitely. You know, the thing with Gibb is, as I said before in other interviews, I'm not going to sit here and tell you he's the best boxer in the world, because he isn't, but neither was Marcus Maidana, you know, and he beat boxers way superior than him. And I feel like I can compare Gibb to him because he has that rough element, and he provides something that I don't think people from his community should have. You know, he has more toughness than the average YouTube guy. And I feel like that's enough for him to beat Jake, combined with pressure, combinations, the chin. You know, I've hit him hard myself on purpose just to test him, and he's taking those shots. And I don't feel like, you know, Jake's going to be able to do much with him.
I think that most people going into the first fight would have said that Logan was perhaps technically more skilled than KSI. And again, the same here with Jake. But you just feel, and a lot in the first fight was about KSI's, you know, robustness, his toughness, his will to win. Is that what it's going to come down to here as well?
That's the thing, you know, the way KSI fought Logan, Gibb fights like that, but more refined, because that's his style. You know, JJ didn't show any of that in training. He just said, you know what, on the day, I'm going to battle. And he did, and he got the victory. Gibb fights like that, and he's used to fighting like that. And that's why it's very dangerous for his opponent, Jake.
Thank you, Vidal. Shane, did you ever think that you would be in the corner of something like this, of a moment like this, these new age of fans? I've seen you up in Big Bear.
Yeah,
this young man looks like he's put the work in.
He's definitely put the work in, and you know, Jake is not only he didn't just come to me, just randomly, like, oh, Shane, will you train me? It was more, you know, we're more friends than anything. So I've been knowing him for a couple of years now, and you know, I wanted to train him and show him all the ropes of boxing, and he showed me that he could put in the work. He showed me that he really loved the sport of boxing and that he was taking it very seriously. And I'm very happy by the progress that Jake has done in Big Bear, and just the people he's worked with. They're impressed by him. Everybody's impressed by Jake and how he's taken to the boxing world.
Where do you lie on this whole scene? I mean, obviously you are one of the greatest fighters of all time. You have so much history in the sport. There is a lot of mixed feelings about these new age of celebrities, if you like, coming into the sport. They're bringing massive eyeballs to the sport of boxing. We saw that with the KSI Logan Paul fight. But obviously you see it from the inside. You see that these guys are putting the work in and do have the desire.
No, they definitely have the desire, and it's just like anybody that just comes off the street and wants to fight. And I'm not going to train you if you're not putting 100% in, mentally, physically, all the way around. You know, I'm very impressed by Jay, by his athletic ability, by his mentality, how he approaches the fight. It's like he's working harder than a lot of professional fighters that I know that come up there and work with him. He's actually outworking them. So he's definitely put the work in. He looks very good. He's strong, he's fast. I mean, he's ready to go.
football game in town this weekend, but why wait when we have a super fight? It is Jake Paul versus Anisan Gibb, and it is on. Hello, everybody. My name is Kyle Brandt. I'm thrilled to be here on behalf of DAZN. You want to go ahead and get that DAZN app. That's how you're going to see that fight. Don't waste any time. Don't mess around. Get it now. There's going to be celebrities. There's going to be a rock concert. There's going to be a fight. And we have friends here with me. I am Kyle Brandt, and 2 seats to my left. He is a lover, a fighter, a legend. His brother's in the ring tonight. Logan Paul, what do you want to see tonight, my friend?
Bodily fluids. Kyle, I want to see blood, I want to see sweat, and I want to see tears.
He wants the trifecta. Logan's going to be here all night. It's going to be a party. Right here in this seat, we have a 24-0 undefeated lightweight by the name of Devin Haney, the lightweight. What do you want to see in the ring tonight, my man?
I'm a boxing guy, so I want to see some good boxing. I want to see both fighters use their jab, stay relaxed, and show that they have some ring IQ. That they're not just going in here just to fight, or that they've been in the gym and they've been learning.
They know what they're doing.
They know what
ring
they're doing.
IQ. Bodily fluids. Get that DAZN app, and let's get over right now to Lauren Gardner, who's on the black carpet. Lauren, what's up?
Well, hopefully we won't see any bodily fluids here on the black carpet, but you never know. Things could get crazy, so I'm going to be holding it down here all night. When you have an event of this magnitude, you are going to draw some big names, and we're expecting to see a lot of them here on the black carpet this evening. We have influencers, we have YouTubers, musicians, pro athletes, gamers, you name it. They're going to be here. I'll be interviewing them, and it's Miami, baby. We're having a great time. I'm dressed like a human highlighter. I have shiny shoes. I had to show those off.
The human highlight reel. Bienvenido, Lauren, to Miami. Guys, there's a lot of emotions tonight. A lot of emotions flying around, but the number one emotion with this fight tonight is vengeance. It is revenge. It is family vengeance. It is a younger brother's vengeance. How did we get here? Here's the story. Last fall, my friend Logan Paul suffered a very controversial loss in the ring to a gentleman named KSI. His brother, Jake Paul, fighting tonight, wants vengeance for this. He wants to save the family name. He wants to redeem he and his brother's reputation. However, KSI says, no, I will not fight you. First, you must fight my friend and my countryman, Gibb. You get through Gibb, you get to me. That is what Jake Paul is tasked with tonight, redeeming that family name, finding vengeance for the Pauls. He has to get through Gibb to get it. Logan Paul, that's the story. You just heard me tell it. What was it like to live that story?
It's insane, man. It does feel like a fairy tale. My whole life, I was the kid watching the event, the celebrity, the superstar, and then all of a sudden the tables are turned and the eyeballs are on me. In my fight with KSI, obviously losing was disappointing, but it's the way it turned out. And Jake has a big opportunity tonight to avenge the Paul family name, and specifically in the world of boxing. I mean, I haven't done that well so far. I'm what am I, 1-1 now?
I think so.
Yeah, it's not great. So I mean, Jake, I don't know how to say this, brother. You need to win this fight tonight.
Jake, we're kind of counting on you. It's a big opportunity. It's also a big responsibility that he has to handle business in the ring. Devin, I look to you, undefeated fighter. What do you want to see from Jake Paul tonight from a purely boxing perspective, and also from Gibb on the other side?
I mean, like I said, I want him to go in there and use his jab. We know that Gibb is going to put the pressure on him. He's been saying it over and over and over again. So I want to see how Paul can, how he can deal with the pressure, how he can stay relaxed.
Do you expect him to deal with the pressure, or as someone who's so green to the ring, maybe it gets to him early, he's a little tight?
It's very hard.
Auto shutdown initiated.
Pressure breaks diamonds, or something
Makes
like
diamonds.
that.
Makes the exact opposite.
Pressure busts pipes.
That's it. Facts.
You know what I meant.
Yes.
But,
Auto shutdown canceled.
We have to see how is he gonna stand up against the pressure. It's very hard when you don't have that much ring IQ. You haven't been in that many fights, and so we'll see how he can stand up against it.
I can tell you this, Devin. If pressure makes diamonds, a lot of pressure went into that wristwatch you're wearing, my friend. That is the watch of a champion. Wow. Logan, you like it?
Yeah. If I had to guess, Devin, what is that?
Go on.
That's $100,000.
Definitely 100 something.
All right, well, we're still warming up. Maybe we get into some wagering tonight between the two of you, because we haven't had predictions yet, but I have a feeling you might be coming out on opposite ends of who's going to win this thing. What we need to do is we need to check in with the camps. And we're looking at Big Mike, the legend who is there in Camp Paul. Mike, good evening to you. How are you? What are you seeing and hearing?
Good evening, Kyle. It is fight night. I am backstage at the very strange converted RV that is Jake Paul's locker room. We are waiting for the grizzly bear himself, Jake Paul, to roll in right now. The big question for the night, for me at least, is can these boys stay on their game plan? We know that both of them are ferocious and aggressive. They love to swing. They love to get in each other's faces and swing for the fences. So the big question is, can they stay relaxed? Can they stick to their game plan? But something tells me this fight is going to be even more interesting and even more exciting than Logan Paul KSI, which, to be honest with you, was a little bit one-sided. Kyle.
It was a little bit. Logan, would you like to respond to that quickly?
I mean, come on, man. I thought the fight was entertaining. I mean, yes, Mike, the outcome wasn't ideal for you, but this isn't about you, Mike.
Facts.
This is about yet another Paul, and hopefully this one gets the job done.
Well, he's got to get it done against a man right now who is standing by with our friend Ethan Payne. Ethan Payne is with Gibb, the man Jake Paul will be fighting. Ethan, talk to us. What's going on, and what's up, Gibb?
It's an absolute pleasure to be here. January the 30th hasn't come sooner. Gibb, how are you feeling finally checking in for the evening?
Well, it's finally come to it. Fight night. Yeah, the nerves were building throughout the day. And once I saw the stadium, I know I'm ready for the fight now.
So you've been very calm this week. Calm, cool, collected compared to Jake's sort of antics at the weigh-in and stuff. How do you feel that you've handled this process compared to the last two fights?
It's a new experience, so in terms of like all the press conference, the media stuff, we never had that in the first two YouTube events. But what we have done is fighting. I've done this twice. This is my third time now. It's now time to secure the dub.
This is what I was going to say. It seems like you've got a passion for fighting. Do you think that Jake has underestimated sort of the real love you have for this sport?
And that's not my problem. He do what he wants. He can underestimate me. He can say, who's Gibb? Today he's going to figure out. Today he's going to know.
He's been asking the whole time, but Gibbs here, he's in good spirits. He's having a good time, and he's ready for the evening.
Yes, sir.
He does seem loose. Thank you very much. You know, it's an interesting thing when you look at fighters, and you two represent very different kinds of fighters, how tense they are, how loose they are before the fight. Logan, I want to start with you. I was there in Staples Center back in the fall. Right about now, this time of night, when you're in the arena, you're making your entrance, how were you feeling?
Well, you know, I was pretty calm, Kyle. I woke up this morning, I sneezed 3 times. And so I was pretty sick. I was pretty sick that day, and I did not want to waste my energy before I got in the ring. My nerves were probably a little too calm, and maybe that affected the outcome of the fight. However, I did see Jake today, and this man is hyped up.
Okay.
He is excited, and he's ready to bang.
What is the burden for him as a guy on social media, as an influencer? Sure, he wants to go in and win the fight, but don't you also want to put on a show? You know people are watching. They're tuning in to see what you're wearing, how you're acting. Is it business-like, or am I going to be, you know, James Brown entering the ring?
It's a great question, because at the end of the day, what makes Jake, Gibb, KSI, myself, what makes us special, what makes us great at what we do is the fact that we are showmen.
Right.
We like to put on a show. So, I mean, yeah, Jake's going to be walking out in a custom-made Louis Vuitton outfit, and he wants to put on a show, but the only show that he truly cares about is securing a knockout in glorious fashion.
Glorious fashion.
Glorious and violent fashion.
Glorious, violent, and bodily fluids, perhaps.
Hopefully just from him sweat, and the blood and tears can come from Gibb.
All right, so Devin, I want to get your thoughts on someone coming in the Louis Vuitton trunks and what that might do to you. But we got to go to the black carpet because I'm hearing that Lauren has a very special guest. Who you got, Lauren?
Well, guys, the stars are officially out tonight, so check this out. I'm here with little Titus. Titus, we call you, what, mini Jake Paul?
Yep.
Yep, you look so good right now. Tell me about this entire ensemble you're wearing. I mean, he doesn't even need to talk because he looks so good. Who's going to win this fight tonight?
Jake.
Jake, what do you like best about Jake?
Auto shutdown initiated.
Yeah? I love that. Okay, do you want to toss it back to these guys? Can you say back to you for me into the camera?
Back to you.
Nailed it.
I mean, that's perfect. Get that kid an Emmy right now. Peabody, get him all.
You're a star, Titus. Keep it up, kid.
Titus is fantastic. Keep an eye on him. But I wouldn't want to tease it and not follow it up. Devin, I asked you, if you're waiting in the ring, somebody walks in with a leopard print Louis Vuitton, does that do anything to you?
I gotta say, it kind of makes the nerves go a little bit. That's
It
why
does.
I'm very big on my boxing outfits. You know, I want to kind of intimidate my opponent. I want him to know that I'm very confident and I'm coming in there to win.
Okay. Well, Logan Paul was very confident at Staples Center. We know how the fight went, controversial. That did not go the way you wanted. But what a lot of people took away from that, Logan, was how much it affected Jake immediately afterwards. He was very emotional. Why don't we take a look back to last fall at Staples Center?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble.
Watching the fight was painful. I was sitting in the stands like, what are you doing, Logan? Like, this is not anything you did in sparring.
Auto shutdown canceled.
Sloppy. And if I was in that ring right now, I would be beating his ass.
To the winner by split decision from the United Kingdom,
Logan and I are connected in so many ways, and that's why when he lost, I was like, this is like, I felt like I lost. And that's why I got so emotional. Bro, I said it last year and I'll say it again. If I was in that ring this year, I would have won the fight.
Why are you like upset?
When I go into the fucking corner for the first time in the fight, I hear, this is your pro debut. It doesn't matter if you lose.
What? Who said that?
You did.
No, he didn't.
Jake took my loss harder than I did. It hurt, you know, because seeing my younger brother more affected than I am by something that wasn't even his ordeal, I think it says a lot about Jake's character and his passion for the sport.
So it was an emotional night. It was a crazy night, and this one could go the same way, Logan. I look at the family business, you could call it. There's always so many eyeballs on you. What does Jake have to lose tonight with so many people watching if this doesn't go the way he wants?
Yeah, I didn't really talk to the producers, but if I can swear on this show, if Jake Paul loses this fight, Kyle, he is fucked.
Why?
I'm gonna be honest, and I told him that. My advice to him, among many things, has been, Jake, you need to win this fight. He has everything to lose. The world loves to pick on Jake. The world loves to pick on me. We've seen the memes on Twitter. We've become memes so many times in our life, and they are chomping at the bit to get a chance to do that again. He's a fun kid to make fun of. In the last fight, it affected him more so than it did me. He has so much on the line, and like I said, Jake, I don't know how to tell you this. You gotta win tonight.
Why do it then? Why not just make funny videos and go out and do the things you guys have done to get you here? If it provides such low-hanging fruit for all of your critics and memers and haters, why is he doing this tonight?
Jake, wants to prove to the world that he's no longer the little brother. This is his chance to secure his legacy. For such a long time, Jake has lived in my shadow, and twice now, I've failed to be the big brother, to be the winner, to be the breadwinner of the family. After the camp, Jake said to Shannon Briggs, he said, yo, Shannon, tomorrow, you're going to go back to Florida.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, my last name is still Paul. So he feels it's his job to put some respect back on our name. And like I said, Jake, I mean, shit, get it done.
Let's go. That's tough talk from Big Brother, but it's also what they call real talk. Devin, you do it in the ring. For Jake to do that, to hold up the family name, it's a lot of responsibility. Boxing-wise, what are the things you need to see him, the keys to victory?
I think one major thing that he needs to do is early he needs to get his respect. Gib is going to go in there. He's going to put the pressure on him. But if he doesn't make him respect him, it's going to be a long night.
The put the pressure on him thing is a Gibbs style thing, isn't it? He's really aggressive. Tell me about that.
Yes, definitely. You know, his thing he's been saying over and over and over again that he's going to put the pressure on him. In his last two fights, he's putting the pressure on his opponent, and I feel like that's the easier thing for him to do.
Isn't it feel this way, this Gibb, is that maybe his biggest asset is he's not afraid, he doesn't give a damn, he's a relentlessness where maybe he doesn't have the physical tools, but he's going to come right at you kind of like a maniac, right?
Yes.
Is that how you see it, Logan?
Gibb is a bat out of hell. He is a certified lunatic.
Perfect.
He said it himself. He's like, yo, mate, I'm missing a few screws. He's not Australian, but I can't really do British. But the point is this, he's going to come forward like a rhino. And if Jake is not ready for that, he's going to have some problems. They're both very good offensive fighters. I think defense will win the fight tonight.
Defense will win the fight.
I think whoever has better head movement, rolls, slips, duck under, or pulls, sorry.
Yes.
I think that person's going to take away the W.
I totally agree on that. I think defense is the key. You know, both of them can punch. You know, learning how to punch is not hard, but defense is the key. And whoever has a better defense may win this fight.
Defend yourself at all times, protect yourself at all times. We got a guy, though, you're talking so much about defense, who plays offense Juju Smith-Schuster is going to come by tonight and hang out. The Steelers wide receiver, the social media badass. He's going to be with us for a long time. I know we all love him, but first of all, let's get to Lauren on the black carpet. Juju's coming tonight, Lauren.
Woo! All right, well, I found another one, Vic Star. Vic, first of all, I'm loving this ensemble. A little bit more casual than last time.
Yeah, just you know, tone it down a little bit. It's Miami, it's a bit more casual, it's a bit more fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah, happy to be here.
Yeah, how's the week been treating you? You do anything crazy?
No, actually, not really. No, just enjoying Miami, relaxing, sticking to a healthy routine, and getting ready for tonight.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. Do you have a prediction for the fight?
Yeah, my prediction is that Gibb will stop Jake Paul in round 4 by TKO. That is my prediction, but I'm by no means in any way an expert, so it's
That was very specific, though. I appreciate, like, you brought your A game to that one. So, you know, in the spirit of this entire event, I want to ask you about fighting. Have you ever been in a fight?
Never in my life. I've not even ever thrown one punch, so...
Not a single punch?
Not in my entire life. I've never been there.
Do we need you to go to the heavy bag over there and just try it out?
Really?
Okay, we won't. I won't do that to you right now. But never in your life. So, if
No.
do you have any beef with anyone that you would actually do something like this with?
No, absolutely not. I tend to try and make amends with everyone I can. If I really dislike something someone's doing, I'm just going to ignore it, leave them to it, let them do their thing. And yeah, I've been called out plenty of times to get in the ring with another content creator. Just could never be me. But huge props to those that do it and respect to them.
Takes a lot of guts. But you and I, my friend, we're lovers, not fighters. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lauren. Thank you very much. Everybody, please get the DAZN app. You will not be able to watch the fight unless you get the app. Guys, we put a poll out to Twitter, and we just said to the general public, who do you think wins, Paul or Gibb? Let me ask the two of you. How do you think the poll is going? How do you think the people are voting?
I'm confident saying I think social media. I think they're gonna go with Gibb on this one.
Okay, you think
so.
the same?
I posted a picture with Jake yesterday, and my comments were crazy. Everyone was saying Gibb was gonna win. So
As of right now, asked who will win, Jake Paul or Gibb, 76% are saying Gibb. Huge majority. Logan, why is that?
I'll tell you why. British fans are absolutely insane. They ride or die with their idol.
Yeah, they do.
And they're showing up tonight on social media. I bet they're going to be watching on DAZN. But I experienced it with KSI. There are no fans like the British fans. Their hearts are huge. I felt it in the ring with KSI. I thoroughly believe the reason he won is because he just wanted it more. He wanted it more that night, and he summoned the British monster that they're capable of becoming.
So are you concerned then that Gibb could summon the British monster as well tonight?
Yeah. No, to be honest, yeah. Like I believe Jake is gonna win. I never said it's gonna be easy. And I tell him every time I see him, I say, Jake, Gibb's heart is huge. I know it is. Do not underestimate your opponent, because if you do, you're gonna make the same exact mistake I did.
There is a great crowd here in Miami. You can hear the noise, you can feel it. Let's ask you about this, Devin. You're a Vegas guy. You fought in Vegas. I've seen takeovers in Vegas. Ricky Hatton fought Floyd Mayweather, and the whole arena was from Ireland, was from the UK. Do you feel that when you're in the ring and it's 4th round, 5th round? Do you feel the crowd who they're favoring?
of course, sometimes it just depends on the fighters, because sometimes you go in there, you have tunnel vision, you can't hear the crowd at all, and then sometimes the crowd will steer the judges and the fighter a total different way. So it really just depends on the fighter. When I'm in there, I can't hear anything. Sometimes I can't even hear my coaches.
Woo! You just got to go rogue, and that's how you get to 24-0. So guys, look what we're looking at there. Jake Paul sitting by with Big Mike. Big Mike, do what you do. Let me hear from the fighter.
All right, Jake Paul is here. The Big Bear himself has joined us in his strange converted RV locker room. Jake, how are you feeling tonight?
Like a ball of energy charged up right now. I'm just conserving all my energy, storing it all up for the big moment. I'm going to come out swinging, bring the fight to him. But I feel amazing. Couldn't feel better. All the hard work is paid off, and it's time to put on a show.
Everyone on the A stage right now is talking about how this is a movie, this is about vengeance, this is about bloodlust, and about making up for your brother's stunning loss to KSI. What does this fight mean to you?
Yeah, for me, everything's on the line. It's about family, it's about pride, redemption, and to prove a point. I want people to see that I'm the best influencer, YouTube boxer that there is. And this means the world to me. This is one of the biggest moments of my life, and I'm just ready to go.
There was a lot of high hopes for your brother going into the last KSI fight, and there was a lot of shit talking on the front end of it. There are some people who think that he may have been a little bit too relaxed for that fight. He had come out with a very tactical game plan. What kind of energy are you bringing into the ring tonight? Are you going to bring that same kind of energy? Are you relaxed, or are you ready to eat someone's face?
I plan on eating someone's face. You know, I want to be super aggressive, punch hard, take the fight to him, and end it early. You know, I don't think the kid deserves to be in the ring with me for all 6 rounds. So I want to end it early and get that highlight reel KO.
Sounds good. I'm feeling this kid's energy tonight. He's ready to eat some faces. Kyle, you got anything else you want to ask from that side?
Well, I would love to, but we have a very important person on the black carpet. Logan, who is Pam for the people at home?
Pam is the most special woman in my world. I can't wait to hear what you have to say. Let's throw it over to my mother, Pamely.
All right, well, she's arrived. She's looking glamorous and as gorgeous as ever. Pam Paul,
so much,
you're
my dear.
welcome.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. More importantly, how are you right now? How are the nerves?
The nerves are definitely there. Yeah, this is rough on the mom.
It is. I mean, you think about it. Logan fought back in November, and Jake's fighting right now. 2 fights within the span of 3 months. Like, what are you doing as stress relief?
Oh, wow. Lots of prayer. God bless the Lord. Just working out, you know, keeping focused. Talking to the boys about what I think they should do.
Yeah, I mean, are you like studying film now and like?
No, I'm not studying film. I was an athlete. I think all the principles apply to what you put to any sport that you're in, and you have to do that. You have to think positive. You have to manifest what you want. You can't underestimate your opponents. You really just need to focus on what you want and what you want to see happen.
Yeah. So is that your biggest advice?
Biggest advice, yeah.
So did you talk to Jake earlier today?
Of course I did.
And what did you say?
I said, you have a job to do tonight and you need to go do it. And
Avenge the Paul family.
Yeah, and he said, I know.
I mean, he really has a lot to lose tonight.
Yeah, I think he actually does. So that's maybe why my nerves are a little shattered, but yeah.
Okay, well, maybe go inside and get a drink and calm the nerves a little bit.
Calm the nerves. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Logan, she's nervous.
I'm nervous, Logan.
Pam seems like an incredible lady. It's very cool she's here.
She's the greatest, Mom. I love you. I will love you forever. Please stay around for a long time.
All right, so you have kids. You don't know what they're going to be when they grow up. You have all sorts of hopes and dreams. Jake and Logan become these crazy, eccentric influencers, and they're doing this and doing that. What is life like for Pam?
It's so hard for her.
Mic off.
You can imagine she is the polar opposite of me. I have no idea how I came out of her. She is the sweetest, smallest little gem of a human being. And here Jake and I are just like notorious troublemakers who are wild and eccentric.
Wild and eccentric. On that very topic, I have breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. I am being told right now that KSI is in the building. This is confirmed. This is not rumor. KSI is here. I don't know
Mic off.
Not now or momentarily. Logan, how do you feel?
I mean,
what are you doing?
Shit, just point me in the right direction and let's scrap.
You want to
KSI
scrap right
Logan
now?
Paul 3 right now?
Yes.
Who knows? I mean,
KSI
who
is
knows?
nearby.
I'm seeing the crowd wants to make it happen. But hey, to be honest, Kyle, I'm excited to see KSI. I've not seen him since our fight in November, and I tweeted at him on social media wishing him the best, and I'm excited to see what he does next. I have no animosity or beef, but also, should he want to get sour?
Yeah.
I got rings on my right hand. So, but I don't know. We'll
Logan,
see.
he spoke ill of you, I heard, on social media. What's his problem?
He's been chirping after the fight, and it was confusing, and it hurt me a little bit, to be honest with you, because in the ring, I remember the moment where we dapped up and said it was cool. So I don't know if it's cool, if it's not. What he's saying on social media is true, but I'm an authentic guy. I'm a real guy. So when I dap up with someone, that's it. The beef squash after our fight.
Should we get DAZN security here in case something goes down?
You might have to.
Really?
Yeah, you might have to. Yeah, I mean, like, again, I don't know what's gonna happen, but if he presses me, I'm gonna press back.
You have not
guess
seen
what?
KSI.
Hey, guess what? It's not boxing. I'm a little better when I can use the rest of my body
You're
as a
a big
weapon.
dude.
I wrestled. I got kicks, I got knees, I got elbows, I got chokeholds. I had to choke someone out today. That's a different story. You'll see it on the vlog.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's coming Monday.
See it on the vlog. But you have not seen KSI since you were in the ring together losing the split decision. Is that true?
That's correct, yeah.
Never seen, and I'm sure you've thought about him. Is there anything you would like to say to him? Because we can arrange it.
To say to KSI at this moment?
Yeah.
I would want to say, hey, what's up, man? How are you? And I'd be interesting to see his response. If it's sour, if it's short, if he's got some animosity towards me, and if so, we can handle it right here.
Devin, you've seen beef in boxing. You've seen it of all kinds. What do you make of the state now? If KSI were to walk on here, which I'm told he's going to any second, are you kind of triggered? Are you on alert? Or you think that they'll keep it professional? Because Logan seems pretty chill.
No, I have faith in these guys. Both of these guys, I know that that it was just boxing. You know, they both have respect for the sport. So anything outside of that, I don't think that anything will happen.
If there's action that goes down, are you separating or getting out of the way?
I'm injured. I'm getting out the way.
That makes two of us.
I gotta move.
Look who's here. Here he is. KSI on set. This is history right here. Logan Paul, KSI seeing each other for the first time since the split decision loss. KSI, you want to pull up a chair? Look at this gentleman. How are you?
He's putting the chair on the opposite side.
What's up, man? Hey, good to see you, bro. Good to see you, too. Good to see you. Likewise.
You have not seen this man in a long time.
It's been a while, yeah, since the fight. Yeah.
And how is it to see him?
I mean, obviously it's different now. Obviously it's different now. You know, I'm a winner.
Okay.
So I'm calm.
What's this?
Hey, can I ask you something?
Hit me.
I want your honest opinion.
Okay.
Which, by the way, I respect a lot. You said you're a winner.
Yes.
And you are.
Yes.
Does that make me a loser?
I mean, technically yes. But I mean, you're still doing your thing. I see you're still posting YouTube videos.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
Still got the podcast, so you know, like I'm doing my thing with the music as well.
How is that going, by the way?
Yeah, it's good.
I talked to your manager. He said you're selling out shows all over England.
Yeah. So I've got a few festivals as well that I'm doing at the end of the year. So yeah, it's mad, man. Everything's
sick. Weren't you saying that you were very respected as you are now, but you didn't care for some of the things that KSI was saying in the wake of the fight?
Yeah. So I just saw after the fight. Remember, I contested the decision. Mom.
That was the voice of God. Keep going.
And I would assume that upset him, and I think he was commenting more on that, maybe in the moment, rather than like the overall relationship that we have.
What did you think coming out of the fight? If Logan wasn't pleased with the decision, did they get the decision right? Then what did you have to say?
Well, obviously, you know, I voiced my opinion online, constantly saying, you know, I thought it was ridiculous that he was crying to the commission.
Okay.
But you know, I mean, like the commission came back, said no, and it is what it is. And now, yeah, I get my dub. And I'm chilling, man. I'm really here just to see Jake get finished, man. I want him done. Like,
why do you want him done?
No, I hate him.
Why?
Bro, Logan, I think you hate him as well. You probably do hate him. You can't say he's a good guy.
There was a point in my life where I've never hated my brother. There was a point in my life where I would say I don't like my brother, but I love my brother. I come on. Do you hate your brother? I know you guys have animosity, but do you ever really hate him?
Yeah, obviously.
KSI, Jake has a big fight tonight. I've met him. He seems like a nice guy. Why? What's the hate?
What's the hate of Jake?
Yeah.
Just how he is, man.
What do you mean?
How he treats the situations. Like, I don't know. He just thinks he's the top dog when he is.
Auto shutdown initiated.
Less views.
Auto shutdown cancelled.
And you know, he's always saying, "Oh, you know, views don't matter." Blah blah this, blah blah that. But that's because he's not on top. So,
and yet you do respect him enough, and you're on record as saying that if Jake beats Gibb tonight, you will fight Jake.
I'll fight Jake, yeah. Fight Jake will be easier than Logan. Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, I mean, you know, he's shorter.
Because Jake won't get a 2-point deduction?
Well, I mean, Jake,
KSI, I have a question for you. If you two were to fight again, who would win?
I'd say I'd win, yeah, 100%.
And what? How would the outcome be different than the last?
I'd say I'd rush you a lot more. I kind of took my time too much. Obviously, I was just trying to, you know, aim for your chest a lot. Because I knew your head wasn't going to be there. And it wasn't. You kept, like, running away and shit. So I was just like, okay, I'll just focus, you know, just try and break you down slowly.
What would you do different?
It's so interesting because I'm not in, like, fight mode. I'm in, like, I'm kind of just want to live my life, make the best content, be as happy as I possibly can. But, like, to be honest, if I was fighting KSI again, I know I would win, and I think you know that too. I think you. I mean,
well, you didn't.
You're absolutely right.
As soon as you entered the ring, bro, you didn't want any of it.
I agree. But I think you know if it happened again, you know what the outcome would be.
All right.
Guys, you know what? There's so much good dialogue going on here. I don't want to get in the way of it. Logan, I want you to come over here. I want you to come and sit right here. Come on, come on over
Why
here.
are you
bud.
doing this to me,
You're
Kyle?
moving on up.
Are
Come
we
on.
switching mics as well?
Yeah, no. You can switch mics. Just come on over here. You sit down. Switch mics. There you go. Now we can have a proper conversation.
Okay.
DAZN, you sly dog.
Just pretend like we're not there.
You sly dog.
Brilliant.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Feng Shui here on DAZN. Go ahead.
Have you been staying in shape? Are you still boxing?
I'm chilling, yeah. No, right now I'm just doing runs. I haven't done any boxing. I've been focused on the music.
I noticed that after the last fight, it seems like you took a step back from boxing.
Yeah, I stepped back quite a lot because, I wasn't happy with myself. I felt like I could have done better. And, I was also quite complacent. I kind of didn't expect you to be as good as you were. So, I made sure for the next fight I trained hard and stayed focused.
Would you really fight Jake?
Yeah, I'll fight Jake.
Even with all the stuff you're doing in your life now, because to be honest with you, like I said, I'm on a not a new wave, not a different wave, but like I'm really focused with the shit I'm doing now.
Yeah.
It's nice that it's nice to not only have to focus on fighting and do the thing that we love to do most, which is create.
Well, it's kind of just like, if I need to fight, I'll just dedicate time towards that. So with my music, I've dedicated time towards my music, working on an album, getting all these features, etc. And that's why I'm able to do the music as well as I am. And essentially, eventually, if I want to, what's up?
No, nothing. I just wanted.
This man wants us to fucking fight right now.
Just
like,
the
hey, this
opposite.
just turned into a podcast. Welcome to Impulse,
can
the
sit
number
here
one podcast in the world. Thank you guys for joining.
It is a great podcast. We can sit here and talk about music all night, but it is a boxing night.
What do you want, Kyle?
No. We don't want
face to face.
I'll tell you what you want. I'll tell you what I want. We don't want anything going on between the two that's not constructive. But thankfully, we have something over there that's extremely constructive. And Logan, you know what I'm talking about. This is the punch machine. Let's make some entertainment here. This is basically the power of the punch. Logan stepped right up and did it. Logan, you're gonna do it again, and then KSI is gonna do it. Go on, show him how it's done.
I already set the high score.
You did set it, but I think you can beat it. I think you can do better. Go on over and try it, Logan. Go ahead. And KSI is gonna go right after. Go, here we go.
Hey, DAZN did not tell us about this shit.
They got all kinds of tricks up their sleeves. Get the DAZN app, everybody. This is just the beginning.
Oh, man.
Take your time, Logan. Take your time.
Oh, gosh. I'll go for it. I'll go right straight.
Go ahead.
They say it's
I'm gonna
better
get out
when
of
you
the
go for the
blast
straight.
radius. Hey, how about some applause for Logan Paul, everybody? Come on now. Whoa, he smoked it. 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 848. Logan.
That's pretty good.
How do you feel?
Impressive.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good. I beat my own high score.
Yes.
With another high score. Let's see what you got, JJ.
All right.
Come on. Take your time. Take your time. There it comes. Take your time. A straight right. 2, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. And he's
Auto shutdown initiated.
753. KSI, would you like a second shot?
All right, yeah, go for it.
Logan, to be fair,
Auto
Logan,
shutdown
you did
canceled.
Let's give him a second shot.
Yeah, no, he's not gonna do it.
Okay. The number you want is 848. Take your time.
Oh,
We had a little crow hop there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, come on. Did you break the machine? Does it look? It does say start right on it. All right, take it. Collect yourself.
That was a better one for sure.
Bam! Okay, this thing's flying. 3, 4, 5. Get up to 6. Get up to 7. Get up. It's teetering out. All right. Logan Paul wins. Logan Paul wins. KSI, what do you think?
I mean, I'll lose that. I don't mind.
I was gonna say it feels good to win something against KSI.
Logan, you're
I'll
a good
take
dude.
that. Hey, thank you everyone.
Hey,
it feels good finally.
Somebody give him a belt. Devin Haney, do you want to step up and put them both to shame?
Please, Devin.
Get up there.
Devin's injured, coming off an injury, so I'm just about you guys.
Devin's coming up, and we respect that. We respect that. KSI, we also respect you for coming by, for being so cool,
pleasure,
for doing this. You're a good dude. We're looking forward. What do you got going on in the future? I know you're doing your music.
Literally, I just released my new track with Trippie Redd, Wake Up Call. So yeah, be sure to download that right now, or you can get it on Spotify, and yeah.
And this time tomorrow morning, you might have to start preparing to fight Jake Paul.
That's not happening. Gibbs winning this fight.
Where would you want that fight to go down? Where would you want it to be?
What, me and Jake?
Yeah, you versus Jake.
You guys. 0-2.
Okay,
England.
sure. 0-2 in England.
I have a question. How was the sparring matches with you and Gibb?
Me and Gibb.
Yeah.
I mean, we sparred like 2 years. It's been a while since we sparred.
Yeah.
But no, he's a tough guy. When we sparred, he was tough, man.
Who hits harder, Gibb or Logan?
I'll give it to Logan. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give it to Logan.
All right.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Logan, any last words for KSI? Who knows when the next time is you're going to see him?
Yeah, I want to know what you think is going to happen tonight.
I think Jake is going to crack on the pressure. Yeah, I think, especially because Gibb, he's just going to come forward. And I don't think Jake's going to be able to deal with that. That's how I feel. So I think round 5.
Round 5?
Yeah.
I think similar. Like I said, I think it's going to be a war.
Okay.
Armageddon, all-out battle.
Like it was with you guys, KSI, you are the best, and you can only watch that battle on the DAZN app. For just a little bit more of how we got here tonight, let's take a look back. KSI, you're the man.
Logan literally grabbed me by the neck like this. He goes, "You have to do everything that you possibly can to beat KSI. You have to do it for our family name. I need you to understand how important that is that you do that."
Losing to KSI obviously wasn't easy, but in many ways, it's giving Jake an opportunity to no longer be the little brother.
Here's the thing about this guy, Pinocchio, right? A guy that has nothing to lose, like, you have to watch out for that because you don't know how bad they want it.
I told Jake to not underestimate his opponent. As long as Jake doesn't develop that overconfident mindset, which I did with KSI, I think it's gonna be all right.
I don't look past anybody. Everyone's a worthy opponent. It's boxing. But I fucking know I'm gonna win. I can't say it with any more confidence. I don't know where Gibbs' level is at, but he's gonna get walked through. Then it's on to KSI.
I don't like Jake, and I think the whole world doesn't like Jake. If he does manage to get past the big giver, then yes, I will fight Jake 100%. But I mean, that's not gonna happen. I don't think he's ready for Gibb at all, and it's gonna show January the 30th. I see Gibb winning this hands down, and that will be the end of the pools.
Awesome to see you. Awesome to see you. We gotta get it. We are looking at Jake Paul versus Anison Gibb. It is tonight. You can only see it on the DAZN app. Let's go to Big Mike right now, who has Jake Paul's trainer, Sugar Shane Mosley.
Shane Mosley, one of the greatest boxers in the history of the sport. Multiple weight classes, 49 professional victories. How you doing tonight, Shane?
Man, I'm feeling great. I'm doing good.
All right, so I came up and visited you guys up in Big Bear. I saw what you guys were working with. Jake, both of you guys were completely focused. How do you feel about your fighter tonight?
Auto shutdown initiated.
I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling confident. And, you know, like right now...
Auto shutdown canceled.
The Jake Paul show. I mean, he's about to do his thing. He's been up in camp working hard, doing all the things I asked of him. He's in great shape. I just can't wait to see him get in there and do what I know he can do.
Now, as you saw at the weigh-in yesterday, there's quite a bit of animosity between these two fighters. How do you keep your fighter calm and on his game plan when there's that much beef, that much bloodlust, that much vengeance in the air?
You know, I think he's doing a really good job of keeping himself, you know, calm. You know, he's being charged up at the right times. And like I said, I'm very impressed and excited by the way he's taken to this fight.
All right, last question. Is Jake Paul a boxer or a YouTuber?
Well, for me, the way I've been training him, he's a boxer. He's a full-fledged fighter, and I think that he's going to show it tonight.
Amazing. All right, that's you heard it there from Shane. Back to Kyle.
Thank you, guys. And we're here with one of my personal heroes and an American legend. Guy Fieri is here. Guy, what is up, my man?
Dude, you tell me what's up.
Fight night.
It is fight night.
It is.
It's fight night in the middle of the Super Bowl. I mean, this is... Everybody's going crazy. Dude, I don't know if you tried when you got here, but I just drove in. It's packed. There's cops everywhere. Everything's shut down. The streets are shut down. It's title fight Vegas style.
It's huge. And, all right, Guy, obviously, Triple D, Guy's grocery games. He does it all. He has it all going on. But I know that one of the reasons you're here tonight, Guy, is there's a family connection, and someone insisted that you come here tonight. Tell us the story.
So my son Ryder is your biggest fan.
He loves Logan.
I mean, huge fan.
His name's Ryder?
Ryder.
Ryder, bro, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. I wish you were here. I could meet you. Take a selfie.
So Ryder, this is his first Super Bowl he hasn't made in like I don't know how many
He's
years.
always here with you.
I think he's got a date or he's got to go to a dance or something. So he didn't make it. So when we started talking about this was possibly going to happen, I just got done shooting Triple D. That's why I'm so hoarse. He says, "Oh, you go." You go, you take pictures, make sure you invite them to the ranch, the whole thing.
Yes.
So it's a big deal. I'm an ambassador right now.
You're
I'm
here
an
being a
ambassador
dad.
of Ryder.
Of course, Ryder Fieri's ambassador right here. I also know, Guy, you are a Vegas guy, which means you are a fight guy. When you look back at the Guy Fieri fight fandom, who's your guy? Who's your favorite fighter?
Well, I gotta tell you, it goes all the way from Ali to Sugar Ray to Cooney. I mean, but I'll tell you, I'm a Mike Tyson.
Talk about it.
Mike Tyson. I remember the night I walked in the fraternity house. I'd been at work, and
you're a UNLV guy.
UNLV grad. My son Hunter just graduated UNLV. I'm a running rebel. I walk in, and someone looks right at me. One of my fraternity brothers says, "Tyson got knocked out." I said, "That's not even funny.
No.
We don't
It's a
joke
dumb
about
joke.
that."
Buster Douglas, you kidding me?
Exactly. You don't say that because the timing was weird because of the fight overseas. So that was that. I still have problems with that.
That's me too. It blows me away.
Guy, I have a question. I know you've tried all the best of the best foods. I'm hungry right now. What is the best place in Miami you've been to?
If I would have known that we were going to do this, I just left a place called Sonny's Famous Cheesesteaks in Hollywood, Florida. Yeah. And I had just visited 3 restaurants before I got there, but I still went there. I hadn't been there in 11 years, and I went there, and they gave me 2 fat cheesesteaks, and they're sitting in my suite at the hotel. And I'm telling you, I wish I would have known I was going to be
I'm on my way
here.
to your hotel. As soon as we're done with this, I'm going to the hotel.
We're going.
The bomb, dude.
All right, so, Guy, this is a perfect question for you. Boxing and food. Let's say you were going to fight, and you were going to go into a heavyweight fight. What food do you eat that just makes you want to kick ass?
Well, you got athletes right here. These guys know what they're doing.
Yeah, but you're food athletes.
Some hot food for sure.
What am I?
Something hot. Something spicy.
I know it's got to be the carb load.
Yeah.
So I'm a big pasta fan.
Sure.
And I think, but you wouldn't want the acid. You wouldn't like tomato sauce. Yeah. I think the best one would be a dynamite carbonara. Okay. Really good pancetta. Get some really nice organic egg yolks.
Yes.
Nice bucatini.
Yes.
Some really good Parmesan. But something like that, because you're gonna burn it. You're gonna need it. You're going to go all the rounds. You're going to go you're going to go the distance. You're going to need the backup.
All this food, I'm hungry.
That's it.
Makes you hungry.
I've been with Devin Haney for the past 3 hours, and he has not asked for anything other than food.
I'm hungry.
We got a hungry young boxer with us. Can we get this man some pasta carbonara?
No kidding, man. We need it. We need it. And I really mean this. We got to stay in better touch, pal.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I just had my hand around like 25 of these cheesesteaks.
And now there's 2 left? You ate 23?
Well, I have a big hungry crew. We were just shooting Triple D. We shot 6 locations. This is you're in good hands, though, because right from here, not too far away from a place called
Auto shutdown initiated.
Which is a great buddy of mine, and Sakaya restaurant. It's got Chef Richard Hales. You're in, dude. Okay. You're in the food epicenter. This greater Miami area, you won't go hungry.
Oh my gosh.
You're not gonna fit in that suit when you leave.
Can you imagine that?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
Never lost a fight. You know I love you. You know you're the best. This is the man, Guy Fieri, here playing hurt post Triple D. Go enjoy the fight. Go
here. Can you
I'm just making a living. It's crazy. I gotta pay for some of those cheesesteaks too, Fieri. All right, that's Guy. We gotta go. We gotta go to Ethan.
Auto shutdown canceled.
Very important figure in this fight. It's Guy Fieri. Go ahead, Ethan.
Yes, I'm here with Vidal, the 1 million subscriber man. Today is a good day, January the 30th. How are you feeling bringing Gib into this fight?
Listen, it's National Gibber Day and it's the realest day, so we're happy. Camp's going well, and you know what? It's just time to perform, man. It's time to perform.
So, this being your last camp, you said, for the whole YouTube boxing thing, do you think that you've left no stone unturned with Gib? Having the bond you've had with him over the 4 years, do you think that this is the best you've prepared a fighter?
Listen, we always prepare the best we can. I prepare JJ the best I can. I prepare Gib the best I can. It's different, but it's still the best. No stone is unturned. We tick every box, and then we're just going to get the winning box tonight.
Would you say that, do you think that Shane can prepare Jake for what Gib's going to offer? Because Gib offers something completely different to a normal fighter.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I know Shane is a legend of the game. He would have tried his best. He would have put as much knowledge into Jake as possible, but I just don't think Jake has the talent to deliver it. So we'll see.
As you can see, Team Gib over here is in high spirits, utmost confidence, and looking forward to January the 30th.
Oh, Shane is a legend.
Welcome back. We're hearing all the intel as we get closer and closer to Jake Paul versus Denise and Gib. Guy Fieri and Logan Paul are becoming fast friends, to the surprise of absolutely nobody. What's going on, Logan?
We love Guy. I'm about to FaceTime Guy's son, I think. But what's going on in general? Yeah, my brother's fighting tonight. Have you heard?
Of course. Who hasn't heard? All right, you guys keep social networking and connecting.
We're waiting for him to show up on the red carpet, and you are not disappointing, my friend. Choppa, you're performing before the fight. How are you feeling? Are you pumped for this?
I am pumped for sure. I'm ready to see what the crowd, how the crowd gonna be when I perform. So yeah, I'm lit.
Oh, I guarantee they're going to be very hyped up. Let's talk about this fight. I mean, I'm assuming you're Team Paul?
I'm going for Jake. I don't know the other dudes, so I'm going for Jake.
Do you have a prediction in the fight?
Jake.
Jake, easy enough. Can we talk about the grill? Like, this is off the chain, my friend. It is fire. I'm loving everything that's happening with that. All right, how's Miami treating you? Doing anything crazy?
Nah, not shit.
You're behaving? Well, that's it.
I'm behaving.
You're behaving. Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm behaving.
Okay, so we just got word that Jake Paul arrived in a tank. Thoughts?
Damn. I want a tank. I want a tank.
Maybe he'll let you borrow it.
Huh? How he get a tank?
That's a great question, and we'll get to the bottom of it.
They need that for World War III.
He is ready for it, and you're ready for your performance. We can't wait to see it.
Well, for sure. Appreciate it.
Have fun. Best of luck.
We hear we have a tank arrival. You know nothing about this?
Jake, I told you, Jake's a showman, so yeah, he probably showed up in a tank.
Okay, well, we got a tank right here. Look at this gentleman. Tall drink of water known as JMX. He is a YouTuber. He is a proud son of the United Kingdom and is here, I assume, tonight to support your guy, Gib.
Of course, can't wait.
What do you think? What do you think of everybody watching right now in the United Kingdom who wants to support their guy? What do you think about the fight? You know this man.
I think it just makes it's so great to have the opposing sides. It allows everyone to really get behind it, and really just like everyone. I know each side wants to win, so I can't.
Yeah, actually, you can.
I fucking can. Sick. Both sides want to win so fucking bad, and I know we chanted Jake off the stage, proper British.
Yeah.
It was the most British thing I've ever seen. I think our chant was, "Our birds might be shit, but we got Anderson Gibb." And you should have seen it in the flesh.
Your birds might be shit.
Our birds might be shit.
I have a
Our
question.
birds might be shit. Anderson Gibb. Oh, sorry.
I was wondering what they were saying, and I got the melody down, and then I started just kind of chanting it with them.
Yeah,
and
I still don't get it.
No, I don't know what it means, but I like the camaraderie.
It does. And what do you think about this guy? Go ahead.
I'm asking, what's your prediction for the fight? How do you think it's going to play out?
I got money on Ali TKO round 4 to 6.
Round 4 to 6.
Yeah,
Do you actually have money on?
Yeah.
How much?
Nothing massive. 250 quid. No, nothing massive.
250 quid. What's a quid? How many dollars is that? This is Florida.
I don't know the conversion rate off my heart. About 330.
Okay.
Probably something like that.
You know, it's funny, Logan. You were talking earlier in your fight. You ran against. I think you called it the Great British Boxing Monster.
It's what he just described.
Yeah.
You Brits are absolutely crazy. Your hearts are huge. Your pride is massive. I envy it. I admire it. And I saw it yesterday when they were cheering Gib on at the weigh-in.
Yes. It's funny we had Guy Fieri last because he's like the perfect American. Like he represents everything about America. And you are like the perfect Brit, collected, calm. Do you think Gib shows that tonight? Because one of the questions is you get in the ring, get a little tense. Will this atmosphere tense him up at all, or is he a cool customer?
I don't think Gibbs' style necessarily needs him to be super collected and calm.
Yeah.
He is non-stop. He's on you. That's what I said before. I don't think if he is nervous, which I don't think he is, by the way.
But if he is nervous, it's not the worst thing in the world because I know he's going to go at you. He's almost going to see red from straight on. But whatever he does in round 1, he's going to do round 2, round 3, round 4, and he's going to up it for round 5 and 6. And therefore, I don't see it as being a massive disadvantage for him if he is nervous.
Devin, is there a difference? Go ahead.
To add on to that, once I read, the fights that I've been the most nervous for, I've actually done the best. So it's not a bad thing to be nervous. It's actually good. It makes you fight harder.
Between nervousness and being scared, right?
Yeah,
There's
definitely,
a fine line.
Yeah, scared, you're probably going there and you won't do anything. But when you're nervous, you're gonna go in there and give it your all because you want to do good. You're nervous to put on a great performance.
Yeah.
I will say I've seen a lot of fighters, specifically MMA fighters, like you probably know this, admit to being scared and nervous. Like even Cerrone, I know Darren Till has voiced his emotion before the ring. Like Cerrone throws up before he fights. Nerves for sure, fear sure, but I just wonder. I wonder how natural that really is before it starts.
Auto shutdown initiated. Auto shutdown cancelled.
Because in my personal opinion, in the press conferences and in the weigh-in, like, he looks a little scared. I think this is a new environment and atmosphere for him performing in front of crowds this big. Jake's done it before on so many levels.
But one thing I can say is when you're too nervous, it can be physically and mentally draining. You can go in a fight and you get tired in the first round just from overthinking the fight. So
Let's talk about some showmanship. You understand it. You are a YouTuber. You're not putting on a show. We heard a report that Jake might have shown up in a tank, like a military tank. Knowing Gib like you do, is he going to have a surprise for us? Is he going to put on a show on the way into the ring, or is it going to be business?
Oh, Gib's a showman.
Yes.
Gib's a showman, man.
What's he got for us?
Just his robe. His robe is just unreal.
You've seen the robe?
I've seen the robe.
Give us a tease.
I can't. I don't want to spoil it. That's top secret.
Okay.
I'll get killed. But yeah, he's going to come out all guns blazing in his ring walk and all guns blazing in the actual ring as well. So I can't freaking wait.
What about if he wins? What's the next thing you do on social media if you're Gib and you beat Jake Paul? Do you go immediately and do a video in the ring? Do you go home? What would you do? You're one of his kind.
I don't think, to be honest, I'd give a shit about anything for the next sort of week. Like, I wouldn't worry about any of that. He's got the win. He cares about the win way more than any of the social media cow, any of the goddamn. Oh, here we go.
That's your guy.
Any of that.
That's your guy. That guy is not from Great Britain. What do you got, Logan?
I see the champ himself.
You see? What's up, champ?
That is a hard man to miss. Shannon Briggs in the house, standing at 6'9" tall, 450 pounds, and it looks like champ's going for sure.
Yeah,
we will hear from him later.
Is he coaching you for our fight?
Yes, that's his guy.
Is he coaching?
All right, so I knew this was going to come up. I don't know if this is the time.
Yeah, I don't know who put this panel together. They need a raise, though.
I was going to ask. They've been pressing me all night. They made me sit next to KSI. We hit the machine. Yeah. And now you bring JMX on. So on my podcast, I talked about fighting JMX.
Okay.
For MMA. So I don't know if he would coach me because he's a boxing coach, right?
True.
And I need
your boxing sessions.
I need to switch it up for sure.
Are you interested?
Oh yeah, I'm down.
You're down. 100%.
I think he's more than interested. I mean, ideally, probably you'd want this fight to happen, and I said I'd be down. My question is, does the world want to see it happen?
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about just your fans. I'm not talking about just the UK. I'm talking about the world. And if the zone wants to cough up a check for both of us, that makes sense. Sure, it's something I'd be willing to explore, especially since I've yet to make my MMA debut, and I've been vocal. I want to make that happen.
Logan, you have any thoughts on who might cough up that check? What company, maybe?
The Zone. By the way, if you haven't downloaded the app, please do. And if you haven't downloaded the app for my fight, you might see it again with this guy. We'll see, though.
JMX is in. Logan is in. It was great to meet you. We have to talk about another fight. Last time when we did Logan's fight, one of our good friends, Ryan Garcia, who is an incredible fighter, was with us, talked the fight the whole time, and he has another fight coming up on Valentine's Day. Check this out.
He's got speed, power, looks, charisma, the whole package. Can he harness all of that, put it all together, and be one of the top stars in the sport? We'll see. Hard right hand. Wow. How did he weather that? Another one. And a hook. And down he goes. It's our man, Ryan Garcia.
Everything tastes like heaven to you.
Canelo getting you warmed up before your fight. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Logan is against the ropes. He's down. One. He's the real deal. No hype.
Looks good, talks good, got a fan base. He has my 19-year-old daughter vote.
Garcia able to land that right now. He's down, he goes. Right hand and a hook, and Doodle's hurt.
Do I think I'm ready for a world title this year? Hell yes.
All right, so we saw Ryan Garcia unloading on you, Logan. What was that like?
Ryan Garcia is fast, he's strong, he's quick, and he's powerful. I did not think he was going to be as strong as he was, and then after I took off the bodysuit, I let him punch me one time without it, and it genuinely hurt me. Genuinely hurt me. I'm not gonna lie, with the pad on, I embellished because I want to make a good show.
Good for you.
When he hit me without it, it really hurt. Yeah, he's strong, and he's my guy.
All right, so this is what he did to Jake now. Devin, what do you see here? This is terrifying.
He looks fast, but he's not that fast.
Devin, you kind of been smirking the whole time we've been talking about Ryan Garcia. Let's get into the behind the music there. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, me and Ryan, we got a lot of history together. In the amateurs, we fought 6 times. He won 3, I won 3. In the pros, I think we need to settle the score.
When's that happening? Like tomorrow?
In 2020, it definitely needs to happen. It's a big fight that a lot of the fans, they want to see. They've been demanding it. And I'm the world champ, so if he wants a belt, he got to go through me.
Does he want that smoke, as they say?
I can't say he wants to smoke. He said he does a lot of talking like he wants to smoke, but
that's a pretty man, isn't he? He's got that De La Hoya golden boy look. Everybody loves him on Instagram.
He won't be pretty after me.
Wow, Devin is on one right now. Hello, welcome, Devin Haney. All right, well, you'll be watching on February 14th then, all right?
Oh, definitely.
All right, so we saw Shannon Briggs, and guess who found him? It's Lauren on the black carpet. What's up, champ?
I have 3 words for you. Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ.
How are you?
I'm really good. Happy to see you, Champ Ed. Happy to see you.
Champ Ed, I
That's
like
right.
that. I'm officially a champ Ed. I feel
right.
honored.
That's right, Champ Ed. How you been?
I've been wonderful.
You're looking amazing. Look at these colors.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I know. We're going full up. Miami threw up on me. This is what's happening right now. Let's talk about the car you pulled up in. That thing was insane.
Yeah. My boy John Frank from the new auto toy store. He was like, yo, champ, I'm gonna bring you in style. So he's the best in the world. We showed up with the crazy monster truck. We got a fleet of cars he got. We didn't even know what to pick. The Rolls Royce, the Bugatti. We said, let's go with the monster truck.
Why'd you go with the monster truck? It's pretty dope, though.
Because the champ's a monster. Look at me, y'all. Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ. Okay, I don't know if you heard about this, but KSI arrived, and that was the first time since November that Logan and KSI have seen each other.
Wow.
What are your thoughts on that?
That was dope. I was over here doing an interview, but I heard them. They were talking, and it's great, man. They're both 2 good kids, and they made a lot of money. Let's go, champ. They made a lot of money together. They had fun, and hopefully they can do it again one day.
Let's talk about what's about to go down tonight between Jake Paul and Anderson Gibb. Any predictions?
Well, I was just watching earlier. They were beefing with each other, you know what I'm saying, like face to face. And I could see it was intense. Gibb was really serious. He really dislikes, Jake, and Jake dislikes him as well. Jake says things that can get under people's skin. So I think Gibb is going to be coming straight at him tonight, and we're going to see a war.
Do you have any predictions, though, as to what will actually happen?
War.
Straight war. You're Team Paul, right?
Of course, you know that. I want them boys to do good. They're good people, so I want them to win.
Awesome.
Always.
Can we get one more?
Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ.
Can I get one from there? You go.
Let's go, champ.
Can't get enough Let's Go Champs. Logan, you hear him talking, that's your guys that make you want to get back in the ring?
I love Shannon. He was so enthusiastic for our camp. I thought he was a great coach. We got along, and it's good to see him again. Actually, I think he lives here in Florida, but yeah, man. Every time I hear Shannon's voice, I want to punch him in the face. Sure, yeah.
I know. You hear "Let's Go, champ," and you want to knock somebody out.
He's got all sorts of sayings.
Yes.
All sorts of sayings. He's a very good hype man.
It's Pavlovian, as they say. Devin, we've been getting this now almost a couple hours. I know early on in our broadcast here, you were thinking kind of pro Gibb. Have you started to waver at all? If you start to think about this fight, when you think Jake Paul versus Anderson Gibb, who do you like right now?
One thing that keeps crossing my mind is how Jake is going to deal with the pressure. But another thing is crossing my mind is how Gibb is going to react when he gets hit.
Okay.
So right now I'm leaning towards Jake because I feel like Gibb doesn't have the defense.
Really?
Gibb is going in there with straight offense, going in there thinking that he's just going to pressure the whole night, but he's not thinking about that. Punches is going to come back.
Logan, what do you think? Where's your head at right now?
Eddie Hearn said it best. With no head guards and 10-ounce glove, somebody's going to get knocked out. And I don't think it's going to be my brother. I know for a fact his offense is very strong. As much as Gibb thinks he wants to apply pressure and as much as he thinks that might work and be a good game plan, how many hits can you take to the head, the temple, the back of the head, the chin with 10-ounce gloves? Especially in an environment like this where everyone's watching, the lights are on you, you're hot, and you can't fail, but you have no choice but to drop to the canvas.
No doubt, that is not a choice you want to make. A little housekeeping here. If you're watching us right now, you can't watch the fight if you just keep watching us. You have to get the app. Get the DAZN app. Get it, watch it. If you're in the UK or the Republic of Ireland, Logan's doing the Macarena. It's great. You can watch on Sky Sports.
That's the Renegade, bro.
Oh, that was the Renegade?
Do you even have TikTok, bro?
No, I don't. I have a Tic-Tac, though. I think you need one.
How can you smell my breath from this far? Is it that bad?
It's really strong. No, you're good. I saw you eating the chicken legs before the break. Get the DAZN app. You can get more gold like Logan's breath and Devin Haney's prediction that right now you think that Luke Paul is going to win.
Yeah, I think.
Did you say Luke Paul? I'm like, did you just combine Luke Skywalker and my brother?
I just gave away the storyline. Your other brother, Luke Paul, is going to run in the ring with a steel chair.
We do have a third.
What's his name?
Luke. You got lucky.
So you think Jake Paul? You like it?
Wait, did you guys plan this or?
No.
No?
You still? I thought you were on the side of Gibb.
Yeah, you did pull a.
That's called flip-flopping in an election year.
I never said I was on Gibb's side.
Oh, I thought you did.
You hinted
no,
strongly.
I never said that. No,
Okay.
this whole time I've been leaning towards Jake.
Okay.
I took a picture with him and I posted it yesterday, and
All right.
everyone was saying that Gibb was going to win, but I said that Jake was going to win.
So we got two Jake guys here. Obviously, Logan, you think Jake's going to win?
I was going with Logan the first fight.
Yeah.
With his last fight.
I'm so sorry, Devin Haney.
Yeah, you let me down. It's all right. It's all right.
A lot of people were, but you know what? I just said, Logan, that you think Jake's going to win. I know you want him to. Do you think he's going to? It's a different question.
I do think he's going to. I always like to try to be real and authentic. I absolutely do think he's going to win. Nothing's definitive, and in boxing anything can happen. But just based on what I've seen, I thoroughly believe in my brother.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're getting close. We're only a couple hours away. This is that time of the fight when you're starting to do the hand wraps now. You're starting to loosen up. As a professional fighter, when you get this close, where's your head at? Is it still loose, Devin, or is it go time?
At this time is when the nerves really start to set in. When I'm putting on my shoes, when I'm starting to loosen up, get my hands wrapped. People are starting to get escorted out of the locker room, so it's really just me and my coaches. I'm starting to get the butterflies. My stomach is starting to turn around, but it's part of the game, and if you embrace the butterflies and you understand that it's part of it, then you'll be all right.
Logan, one of the things we talked about was the idea that you guys are showmen and you put on shows, that's how you make a living. I remember being in Staples Center, and I thought you were all business. You did not have a lot of theatrics. You came in, you were there to do a job. Do you expect Jake to be a little more eccentric, show his feathers a little bit more tonight?
I hope he does. A, that's Jake's style, and B, I think it's going to get him hyped up for the fight. I was calm because I was trying to save my energy for the fight. And like I said, I think I was too calm. I didn't go on the offensive like I should have.
You know what's crazy? When before both of our fights, I was looking at him. I saw him on the screen. I was like, damn, he's nervous. Damn, he's calm. I was like, I can't believe how calm he is. And I was like, he even made me feel like, okay, you need to relax some. You're the boxer here.
Sometimes what can relax you as a fighter is maybe some numbers. Let's look at some cold, hard data about this fight, which I think we have. I know we had a Twitter poll that had most people in favor of Anis and Gibb, or rather it was about 73% last time we checked. We're still working on the numbers right now. 76% think that Anis and Gibb is going to win. And I think oh my gosh, look who's here. It's Juju. It's an old friend. What's up, Juju Smith-Schuster? It's great to see you.
How you doing, bro? Devin.
This is Devin. This is Logan. Sit down. We are thrilled to have you here. How are you?
I'm good, man. I had a long day. Starting at 9 a.m., man, from hour to hour to hour. But this is like the best one because I'm here to have fun. Like instead of just doing work, like I'm here to see this fight, and I'm super excited.
I know what the life is like here. You're doing every radio show. You're hitting all these card tables. They're asking you a million questions about Roethlisberger, and it is work, right? Dude, This is gonna be fun. Are you into this? You like this Jake Paul versus Gibb? I know you do.
No, for sure.
Why do you like it?
I mean, honestly, I'm a physical guy. So, I grew up playing rugby. I play football. And, you see two great guys going at it in the ring. And it's just all natural fighting. So, I'm super excited.
All right, so you're a physical guy, Juju, but much like our other people here on the set, you're also an entertainer. Now, what's the smile?
these guys are physical guys too. Like,
Yeah.
these guys are like them guys. Like, if I get in the ring with these guys, yeah, it's for sure I'm out.
Would you ever want to get in the ring? Do you like fighting?
I mean, I've never thought of it just a fight like how they do it.
Yes.
I don't know. That's a different sport, man. That's totally like different sport of physicalness, you know.
Okay, well, we're going to talk about a lot of sports tonight. We're going to talk about the sport of social media, sport of influencing, because Juju, you definitely get your social media go on. And why don't we look at some fight rules then? And we have a couple of rule breakers up here. But before we get into Jake Paul versus Gibb, here we got no headgear, obviously big, 6 rounds, 3 minutes each, and then 10-ounce gloves. What do you think? We got 5 seconds. In one word, 10-ounce gloves. This is our closer look, all right? Let's break down some stats because, you know, Logan, you have incredible numbers on social media. What about your brother's numbers there?
They're very close. They're very close to mine. He's got 19.7 million YouTube subscribers. This is the big one where he actually has me beat. 6.3 billion views.
6.3 billion with a beat?
6.3 billion views and 12.8 million Instagram followers. He's got a very, very healthy social media following, and I know his fans are going to be rooting for him tonight, as well as everyone that's going to show up here in Miami.
All right, so Anisan Gibb, I've seen this. He has fewer followers, but he says it doesn't matter. Jake's followers are going down. I actually get more views despite my followers. Is that a bunch of BS, or is he onto something there, you guys? You guys speak social media better than me.
No, I mean, he's warranted in saying, like, for sure, Jake, technically his views have been lower than usual, and it's because he's been focused on this fight. They're gonna be lower if he's doing something else until they're not. And after the fight, when he knocks out Gibb and goes back to making content, he'll be right back where he was.
Juju,
Mic off.
You're measured in yards, touchdowns, receptions, but I know you respect numbers like this too because you do your thing. What is the entertainment value for you in all these guys and their numbers when you see millions and millions of views? Does that blow your hair back?
I mean, it does, man. You talk about people all over the world. You talk about celebrities like artists, athletes, and you talk about influencers. You talk about fighters. You talk about YouTubers, and see numbers like that. Like, that's very, very impressive. And he has so many fans. Jake has so many fans. They're gonna be supporting him tonight, watching him. So it may be a fun fight. I can't wait.
I can tell you've been to a lot of cool things, all right? You've been to a lot of big NFL events, a lot of parties. This one's a little special. I don't care what party you go to. There's not going to be 2 guys in 10-ounce gloves knocking each other out. This is special. I know there's a lot of things you could have done this weekend. Why here?
Man, honestly, it was out of all my plans of like going to parties, seeing this person, seeing that person. This right here was a different environment for me. You know, I've always been in an environment where, it's an artist, I'm at a table, we pop bottles. Like, I've done that. The past 3-4 years.
How many bottles can you really pop, you know?
Yeah, and that's like the thing though. Like, I'd rather come here, sit ringside, watch my boys go at it. And
but also I know you going out tonight.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I bet.
Bottles will be popped. Don't make a mistake.
Bottles will
Don't
always
make
be popped.
a mistake.
Bottles will always be popped.
You party?
Yes, I do.
We might have to get that done.
Yeah. You want to get that done?
Absolutely. I think a Juju Smith party would be sick.
It definitely would. I mean, this guy's incredible. Speaking of the party, you know, we started the fight with some predictions. We asked what we want from this fight. Logan's brother is fighting tonight. And the first thing he said to start our broadcast is that he wants bodily fluids from the fight. Logan, elaborate.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Yes.
Jake notoriously is famous for bleeding.
Let's talk about this.
Okay, so I want to see blood come from Gibb. But in the past, Jake has bled in his last fight against Deji, and he was sort of turned into a meme. I will say I've known Jake my whole life, and he has a problem with his bloody nose. He's gotten it cauterized twice. And I remember taking pictures of him sleeping, and his nose is bleeding. Like, you sneeze and Jake bleeds.
He was bleeding in his sleep?
He bleeds in his sleep, and he has since he was a kid.
Yeah.
And why this is a problem is, during a fight, if he starts bleeding, it could appear like he's losing. He could still turn into a meme, and the negative side effects, although he might still be winning the fight, the negative side effects of like, oh, well, Gibb made his nose bleed, and therefore he's won in some capacity, could definitely indeed happen.
All right, so a lot to unpack here. Devin, I want to turn to you. If you're fighting a guy and his nose starts bleeding, you must feel like a shark. There's blood on the water. This man is hurting. He's bleeding. So if Logan's brother starts bleeding in the first round, does that not give some sort of psychological advantage?
Yes, that'll give Gibb some false courage. You know, when I see blood, you know, I go for the kill. It motivates me. It makes me want to, you know, bring more pain and bring more blood. So, you know, whichever one starts bleeding, you know, it can sway the judges, it can sway the fans, it can sway the doctor.
Juju, it's kind of like when you're going against a DB and maybe he's pulling up a little lame or he's a little slow and the coordinator sees it. He's like, let's go after him right now. As an athlete, you see weakness and you attack.
Yeah, if somebody has a knee problem, ankle problem, or with their hands, oh yeah, double move right off the top.
Gone.
Going at him, double stutter go, gone. One of my questions I'll have for you guys.
What do you got?
Are what's like the worst part to get hit? Like obviously like your chin, like the head, but like body shots, like your ribs. Is it like what is it?
One thing I can say is getting hit in the ear. When you get hit in the ear, you can't hear anything, and it messes up your
this whole
equilibrium.
side
Yeah.
is
In my last fight, I got hit in the ear in like maybe the second round. The whole 12 rounds, I couldn't hear nothing.
Wow. No kidding. The ear.
Yeah,
For
the
me,
ears.
that's happened to me, and I totally like. You know when someone, I don't know if this has happened to you, slaps both sides of your head at once in your ears, and you can't hear anything, and then your equilibrium's gone. And for me, back of the head, something about it. I disappear from Earth for a few seconds, to be honest with you. I go to another dimension, and then all of a sudden I'm back. And it's scary, dude. Like, there's a lot of places, temple, ear, chin, back of the head in boxing, where if you get hit, you're going to get rocked, and it will affect the way you fight.
All right, well, listen, this is great talk. We got bloody noses. We got punched in the ears. This is a fight night. It's the fight kind of conversation. You only see the fight, my friends, if you get the DAZN app. You can't just coast along with us on the Countdown Show. You're not going to see it. Get the DAZN app or on Sky Sports for anyone in the United Kingdom or the Republic of Ireland. Juju, I know you like games, and I know you like video games. Yeah. We have a video game here on set that I really think you should play. Logan played it a bunch of times. We had other guests who played it. And that 848 was set by Guy Fieri by Food Network. No, it was actually set by Logan. Juju, I think you should go punch the machine. I really do. And it's really fun. You can punch with your left or your right, but every single guest has come by has done it. Everyone.
Can I get some like technique? Like,
You can headbutt it
get
too.
up there and show him some technique.
You can headbutt it. That's like the best one.
No, listen, Devin, get up there and show him. You don't have to punch it, but just give him some technique. Coach him up.
All right, I'm going to show him something.
Here, take this with you. Take that. There you go. Help us out here. Juju's going to be a good sport and go punch it.
I think Devin Haney's passport's falling out of his pocket. I don't mean that. I'm just going to push it back in there.
Don't take his passport.
Sorry, Devin.
Listen, I've seen Juju lay the lumber on the field. He can hit.
Devin's caught.
Here you go. Come on now.
How do we make this work?
There you go. All right.
I don't think I can go that much.
Yeah, you can. Let's get the man some slack.
Jesus.
Thank you.
We're absolutely tearing apart the set as we try to set
it's
up
kind of
for
cool.
You punched it already?
No, I haven't punched it.
He's injured. He's injured. He's injured. Yeah.
All right. Hey,
No,
can
you're
you
not,
bring
Juju.
this as well?
Devin, coach him up.
So the key to it is to hit it right in the middle. But you gotta. Hold on. Let me. Can I get some mic? Or not?
Yeah, mic him up. Go ahead.
All right. So you gotta turn your whole body into it.
Should I just stand right here?
Yeah, just whatever distance is good for you.
This will be interesting for me to watch.
Punch through it.
How a football
Try to
player
punch
boxes.
all the way through
Incredible athlete. He's the #1 receiver in the NFL.
it. All the way through it.
Oh, whoa. He rocked it.
We need to read this.
He slipped.
Oh, he hit the thing.
Nah, yeah, that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
All right, Juju.
We'll see who's better, him or Antonio Brown.
Come on. I like it. I like it. Go. 400, 500.
Yo, as much as I'm a YouTuber, I'm a professional boxer. I punch for a sort of living.
All right. Juju's going to do it again. He's going to get some more tickets for the gift shop afterwards. Come on, Juju.
You want me to show you? All right.
You want to practice while we go to the black carpet? That's what we're going to do. Guys, you practice for a second. We have a very special guest at the black carpet right now with Lauren. Lauren, go ahead.
Big-time fighter here, the UFC welterweight champion, the Nigerian Nightmare, or Mightmare. That would also be a good one. What's going on, my friend?
Not much, come out to see some of this excellent boxing here. We got I got kind of a connection with 2 other world champions fighting tonight, so I want to come in and check them out.
Okay, now let's talk about the fight that we're previewing right now on the Countdown Show. Jake Paul versus Gibb. What are your thoughts on this entire event?
It's an event for all these the YouTubers, all the people that follow, all the influencers, and so it should be a spectacular event. I mean, those guys have been doing a great job of actually crossing over to combat sports, so it should be a great event.
Yeah, exactly. I know that we were talking to Tito Ortiz and Logan Paul about him doing a little bit of MMA. Do you think he'd fare pretty well? I mean, he wrestled.
I heard he wrestled, but it's it's easier said than done. MMA is a whole different ball game, and so, at the end of the day, I never say never. So I can't tell the man that he can't do well in this. If he put in the time and he really got the proper training, anything's possible.
Would you help train him?
It depends, yeah. If I have time out of my career, because right now, I'm at the top of my career, so I have to keep that going. So if I have time, absolutely.
You have to hold on to those titles.
Absolutely.
Best of luck with that. Have fun tonight.
Thank you so much.
All right, welcome back. Juju with the Steelers has training camp at St. Vincent College, but he's been having his own training camp right here in Miami on how to deliver the perfect punch. Juju, you've been practicing. Are you ready to do it? It's game day. Go ahead, bud. It looks solid.
That was his best one.
Got to go. Give me 4. Give me 5. Get up to 6. Give me 7. Oh, the devil's number. Oh, Beelzebub. Oh, dude, that's the best punch. Oh, my gosh. It's the apocalypse. Logan just left. He's going to church. Oh, that's really good. And probably terrible news for the Baltimore Ravens. Juju just did a devil punch. That was awesome. How do you feel? Microphone.
That's actually pretty good. I didn't expect you to do that good, but with the help of these guys, they're coaching me in technique, man. You got to be coachable, and the numbers I got are there. They prove it.
Hey, you almost got as much as KSI.
It's true.
literally.
Right.
Yeah,
Literally.
he was a professional boxer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did he get?
He didn't get he's in the same ballpark as you.
Wow.
Who knew that Logan Paul was the Mike Tomlin of punching? I mean, it's a great coaching job, right?
Definitely the guy.
That's amazing. All right. Let's go to our own Peabody winner, Big Mike, who is there with, I believe, Jake
I'm
Paul.
here.
Take it away, Mike.
Kyle, I'm here with nobody. I actually have a question for you. Are you still with Juju?
Yeah, Juju's right here.
Tell Juju that FaZe Banks just texted me and says make sure he doesn't get hurt because he's got a big video game tournament to play with him tomorrow.
What was the name again?
FaZe Banks.
FaZe Banks just texted Big Mike and said, don't get hurt because you got a big video game tournament to play tomorrow.
Yeah, so I'm hosting my show tomorrow, and I'm planning to get him in a Madden tournament. So he's already talking. He's already talking at Ish.
You're on the stick tomorrow.
I am on the stick tomorrow.
And how do your hands feel? You good?
I'm great, man.
Mike, I think we're in good hands. Is anybody else texting you about Juju? Any, I don't know, young females?
I got texts coming in. Yeah, I got a couple girls texting me, but I don't really text too many girls anymore because I have one that I've really had my eyes on lately.
Good.
So,
Mike, I have to ask, how did you find this new girl that I know you're talking to for some time now?
Well, actually, I have this one really, really good friend. He's always been quite good to me, and he actually gave me the best birthday present of my entire life, and it's been great. And also, Lana, if you're watching this, I hope you're having a great night.
Whoa, what a beautiful love story. You've got mail right here. With respect to Big Mike's girlfriend and everything, let's bring it back to the fight for a second, because there's a topic that's been going around this fight for a long time, and it's this idea that Jake Paul might be overlooking Gib. Here's the deal. Jake wants to fight KSI. KSI said, I'll only fight you if you first beat Gib. So it's almost like we've even used the word stepping stone to refer to Gib. It can be a very dangerous practice to overlook somebody. Guys, talk about the idea that maybe Jake is overlooking Gib.
One thing that us boxers know, we know that you never mention your next opponent before you're finished with the one that's in front of you. So it might be a sign of him overlooking him, but it may not. He may just, be 100% focused, and he's ready to get him out the way.
Yeah, I was going to say it's always good to look for the future and plan for the next step. But, to Jake, Gib is a doormat that he's going to wipe his feet on. And you say Jake's been overlooking him. How can you not? I don't know if you've seen the kid's physique. Like, he looks like a dumpling. His style isn't unorthodox. He's sloppy, but like I said, he's got a big heart. And although it may appear like he's not the greatest fighter in the world, I told Jake he cannot underestimate his opponent, and he's prepared for war tonight.
Yeah, Juju, you would get this. Week in, week out in the NFL, occasionally you're going to run into a team that they're 2-9. The season's going nowhere. The guys have already shipped their cars home. You know the season's over. But that team can rise up and beat you if you're not careful. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that you've run into that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, we always see teams like that. We always say that's a no-face team because every team in the NFL is really good. Every opponent is really good. They always have the best of the best. And any given game, you can lose that game. And I think in this situation, I think what Jake is what he's asking for, man. He goes out here, he dominates tonight, he gets what he wants, and he dominates that too, and he just keeps moving forward.
That's it. It's like, I bet you had times at USC especially where you're playing, I don't know, Oregon State or Arizona State, and they're not the caliber of you guys, but that's how you get shocked.
Yeah, but in college it's different though. Come on now.
It's really different.
You got Stanford versus like Cal, you know Stanford's gonna win. But if you got like USC versus Stanford, it's like, oh, dang, that's a really good game.
Yeah.
Like it's a good game.
Fight on.
Fight on, baby.
All right, this is my man. So the idea, though, that Jake's like, I'm so obsessed with beating KSI that I just got rid of Gibb, and then the worst nightmare of all would be he ends up losing to Gibb and eating a big punch. You said it yourself, Logan. I mean, this is, if he loses this fight, I mean, he said he's royally screwed.
I'll say he's fucked. He's fucked. Jake Paul cannot lose this fight, and he knows
were
that.
you, when you lost to KSI? Look at you, you're here.
Here's the thing about me, and I talked to someone about this before tonight.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not a boxer. Although I box, I create content for a living. That's how I have and always will make the majority of my money. So when I lost, like, sure, I took the L, sure, it stings, but yeah, I'm gonna be fine. I'll go back to making content, doing what I love most, and doing what people want me to do the most.
Your day job. That's your thing.
Precisely. So when I lost, it's like, although it was an L, like, yeah, it didn't really feel like that. We put on a good show, and it was successful for DAZN. With Jake, he's been a little slow on content. I don't know if it's what he loves to do anymore. We'll see, but as of now, Jake is strictly a boxer, and only a boxer. So this win is very important to him.
No doubt about that. He has trained his ass off in Big Bear, and we've seen it all. But the guy he's fighting has trained really hard, too. This is a guy who says he's kind of a maniac, who compares himself to John Wick, and he is standing by with Ethan right now. Ethan, what's going on with Gibb?
Right, we're here in Team Gibbs' locker room. The vibes are high. He's all warmed up, he's wrapped up, and the vibes are
Auto shutdown initiated.
ready for
Auto shutdown cancelled.
He's been waiting for this moment. He's been pushing the agenda for this fight, and here it is. It's finally upon us, and as you can see, the boys are in flow, and it's getting hot in here because we are heading into probably the biggest event so far this year for these guys. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal.
It's absolutely phenomenal. It looks like a loose locker room. It looks like he's ready. But this is what we talked about. Logan, that's your brother Jake training up in the mountains.
Yeah, in that picture, he's fighting a snowman. So in many ways, the snowman could be compared to Gibb. But then again, this might be me talking out of my ass and underestimating my opponent.
Gibb might be ice cold tonight. Let's find out. And let's take a look back at some of that training. He went up in the mountains like Balboa. Let's check it out.
Big Bear. It's high altitude, no distractions. It's like a whole nother fucking level of like conditioning, cardio, focus. You can't escape thinking about boxing here. Training with Shane.
Oh boy.
Just everything clicked. Everything just felt right.
There you go. There you go.
Gibb is definitely a stepping stone.
Now go it now.
Keep working. Keep working.
But you have to step on that stone to get to the next one.
There you go.
I just don't think Gibb has ever been punched in the face fucking hard by someone who's pissed off. By someone who's been in the fucking mountains, just locked away, when I could be in LA doing fun shit.
Yeah, time.
This kid is fucked.
What a wordsmith, Jake Paul, fired up. What's up, Logan? What's going on?
Look, he's a man who likes his jargon, his diction, his lexicon. He loves words similar to myself. Yeah, man, he's fired up. I will say, this morning when I saw him, he was just iterating that he is at the tail end of a sickness. I don't know what it is about us getting sick on fight night. Maybe it is the nerves, Devin. How often are fighters getting sick on fight night?
No, that's a very common thing. I didn't got sick for, multiple fights, and that's a sign of overtraining. So if you're not getting the right nutrients and the proper rest, you'll get sick towards the end of your training camp.
He's getting sick today, but in the video we're watching in training, he's mad. He's a mad fighter, which I think is kind of interesting, a double-edged sword. Juju, where do you come out on playing pissed off? Can you rein it in? Can it tear you apart? Or do you got to stay cool?
Man, I'm always having fun.
Are you?
I don't think I've ever been mad to the point. I mean, unless like the defensive players do something illegal and the ref's not calling it, holding and all that. And for me, it's more so I'm out there having fun, doing my job, lit. But once that whistle's blown, I'm a dog in between plays. And then when I score, I celebrate and I go back. And that's how I attack my opponents. But for these guys, man, like the day before the game, I don't feel that nervous. I feel nervous like when I'm in that tunnel and I see like 100,000 people watching me, but I have a helmet on. And that's when I'm like, oh, damn, like all eyes on me tonight. So, yeah.
Do you think that helps you play?
I think it does, you know. I think the crowd, I think the environment, the smell, the atmosphere, the coaches, your teammates there believing on you. Where for you guys, you have coaches, you know, the people you train with believe in you guys. Where for me, I got 10 other guys on the field who's going to help me be successful. So, yeah.
Devin, if you heard that Jake Paul was fighting angry tonight, would you tell him to go with that, or would you tell him to calm down and stay focused?
Every fighter is different. Me, I don't fight good when I'm angry. I like to, be relaxed. I like to be happy. I like to, fight with an open mind. It makes it easier for me to do the things that I worked on. When I'm angry, I just want to go in there and kill. I just want to go in there and try to go for the knockout, and it gets me out of my game plan.
Especially when you're going against Ryan Garcia. Look, we got a live look in. As we're doing this countdown show, we have a whole undercard going on mere feet from us, and we got guys throwing bombs. What do you see here, Mr. 24-0?
I see Southpaw. He's looking real slick. He's using his defense. This is a very good fight. Oh, good.
We got
shots.
heavy punches, right?
Big shots. Big shots.
I thought for a second they pulled up Logan versus KSI again. It was the wrong video. This is what you guys looked like.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I'm white and KSI's African American. Those look like two.
On the DAZN app. And if anybody is new to these people and are saying, what the hell's a Neeson Gibb? What is that? What is that? It's actually kind of fascinating. A Neeson Gibb, if you put it backwards, it actually literally spells big nose. That was the handle he took for himself because he does have a really large nose. So a Neeson Gibb is big nose backwards. He goes by Gibb. He started by playing FIFA, as so many of them do, and now he's going to fight Logan's brother. But that's where the handle comes from.
They said that he's known for being really bad at video games. Is that true?
I have not. Yo, when I tell you like who is Gibb, I'm not trying to diss the kid. I don't know what he does. I don't understand.
Started with FIFA,
but what,
I think
like
KSI did.
Was he really bad or was he good?
I think he was good, and I think he had good commentary, which is almost more important.
Okay.
But usually, you know these guys. Like, we're talking about someone who plays FIFA. Now he's boxing. KSI now has a musical career. I've always looked at you as you do a million things too. How do you have time to go do your Madden game, do the Steelers, do your Pizza Hut commercials? How do you do that?
Honestly, man, it's all about time. You make time to do the right thing. You talk about making your brand, being an influencer, like not just being just a football player. I also do Twitch, I also stream, I also do commercials, I also do other stuff like that. And I think that's one thing with athletes. We're always so stuck in one dimension. Yeah. And I feel like I got to grow and be the different. Besides that,
you are way ahead of the curve, and I have to commend you. That's called diversifying, and like you said, a lot of athletes don't do a good job of that. Devin Haney, we got to make sure you diversify, man. We want to see you invest in some real estate.
Definitely.
The watch is nice, but maybe hold off. Maybe next time, buy a house, something that doesn't depreciate in value. But you're very smart, Juju. I have to commend you, man.
I appreciate that.
Well, they are appreciating Gibbs' scalp and value. It looks like he's getting sort of a rub down, a massage. Devin, can you translate what the hell they were doing to him? Looks like they had one of those sharper image machines they were taking to him.
I didn't even get a chance to see it.
I'm sure it's all positive, getting him ready to fight.
Gibbs does have a big nose, though. Like, look at his nose, though. I think
it's a huge nose.
You cannot miss that.
Auto shutdown initiated. Auto shutdown canceled.
This fight, Jake's bleeds, and Gibbs is massive. So it's like it's the battle of the noses.
In many ways, yeah, man. I wonder what will happen if Jake hits Gibbs flush to the face and swells his nose up even more, and at what point will it obscure his vision?
I know, maybe so. We're going to get into that right after this, but we got another NFL guy who came out to the fights, and a guy used to be known as Lights Out, who loved the combat sports. Great dude, Sean Merriman, former legendary Charger, is standing behind the black carpet. What's up, Lights Out?
All right, we found him. He's been training with Jake Paul, Sean Merriman, former NFL linebacker extraordinaire. We're just going to go ahead and say it. I'll say it. Let's talk about the training for a second before we get into everything that's happening here.
Yeah. It was cool to see, just his progression. Obviously, he's getting trained by Shane Mosley, one of the best boxers of all time, so you can't go wrong with that. Yeah. But, what I really appreciate about Jake is the dedication he had. I seen when he first started and to where he was towards the end of the training camp. We actually sent some fighters, some pro fighters up from my fighting league, Lights Out Extreme Fighting, we sent him there. He was training, going rounds with pro fighters. So I don't think this fight is going to go long. Honestly, Jake looks that damn good, so I'm waiting to see what happens.
Okay, so can I get an official prediction though? So you're early knockout?
Yeah, I think it's going to be early knockout. You never want to, call things too early, but at the same time, I don't think that this is going to go long. I watched Jake, man. He's dedicated. He won a couple of days. We had to like pull him back with Shane and BJ.
Really?
Oh yeah.
How so? What happened?
We're pulling him back because you don't want to overtrain.
Yeah.
But he just had the energy. He wanted to keep going, and in Big Bear, that altitude's a mess.
Yeah.
And one day we went running. I went up the first hill, and I was just tired and out of breath. And he was ready to go 2 or 3 times a day. So I'm waiting to see what happens.
Yeah, he's an absolute animal. It seems like. Obviously, you've performed at the highest levels. How would you describe him, and how does he compare to some of like your former teammates?
You know what? I was really impressed, like with just his athleticism and his competitiveness, man. I wasn't expecting that. Going to the training camp, and I expected him to maybe have some hard days and not want to push as hard the very next day. But he kept going at it. And I'm waiting to see, man. I'm excited for him. I think it's, like I said, I think it's going to end pretty early.
So, and you don't think he's overlooking Gibb?
No, I don't think he's overlooking him.
Okay.
I think he's going in fully prepared. He had the right amount of rest towards the end of his training camp.
Yeah.
We was eating dinner, and where the chef came in and was cooking and preparing meals. I mean, this was a full, real fight camp. Me personally, I've been in the training camps myself, and I know how intense those get.
Yeah.
And this was a real fight camp for Jake, so I can't wait to see what he's going to do.
I love it. Okay, I did say I was going to talk about this. You look good. You look dapper. What's up with the chain? I love this.
Yeah, that's my lights out. Lights out. Obviously, been called lights out since I was 16 years old. So yeah, this is a knockout face of what people look like after they knocked out. So I wear it around my neck proud.
I'm into it. Have fun in there, and thanks for helping train.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's Sean Merriman, lights out. He has a tattoo of a light switch on his forearm that he used to turn off after he got a sack. It's actually really cool. He's a badass. For real, light switch tattoo. We're looking in here to the locker room, and we're looking at Jake Paul getting laced up. Get into his head, Logan. What is your brother thinking?
To be honest, I have no idea. Jake is the most unpredictable person I've ever met in my life, and even as his brother, I am fascinated and so intrigued by what's going through his mind right now, because these are the final moments when it really hits you that the show is yours, and you're the one that has to get in the ring tonight and perform.
Devin, talk about getting wrapped up, like the ritual.
This is when everything is getting real. This is when, like I said, the butterflies is kicking in. You know that it's real. The commissioner's there. They're watching you. Your entourage has to leave out. It's getting real now.
What's the conversation right now? Is it strategy, or is it just everybody relaxing?
See, it really just depends on the fighter. Some people like to just stay silent and try to focus in. Some people like to just be energetic and talk. You seen Gibb? He was very energetic, and him and his team was having fun. Paul, look, he looked like he was more focused and more visualizing his game plan and what he was going to do in the fight.
Juju, you know the locker room before a big game. That's basically someone strapping on their pads, pulling up their socks. Which pre-locker room guy are you? The loose guy, the quiet guy?
I'm the guy. Everyone. So we can't play music in our locker room.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that a Steelers thing?
Nah, Ben doesn't like it. Our quarterback, so he whole locker room silent. But everybody listens to their own headphones. So
Auto shutdown initiated.
Says no music, guys.
Yeah.
That's surprising. That's crazy.
Auto shutdown canceled.
Dancing, doing different things, listening to different songs with headphones on. And literally everybody's on his own.
Steelers' locker room is a silent disco.
Yes.
But some teams do. Some teams listen to music while in their locker room.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Most teams do, right?
No, majority of teams do. We're like one of the few.
And Ben lays that down. Not Tomlin, not ownership.
Ben.
Really? I guess he's earned it, right?
Yeah, it's just a rule we live by.
Because he hates the music you would play. We got to get more into that. But we want to hear about these guys as much as we want to hear about Roethlisberger's music policy. Jake Paul versus Gibb, as colorful as it gets. But why don't we hear for the two of them in their own words? Take it away, fellas.
How do I describe this style of fighting? Cowardly. That's how I describe his style of fighting. Cowardly.
I nicknamed him Pinocchio because he just lies about everything. Jake's ducking me. Jake's afraid. Bro, how the fuck am I afraid of a 5'8" fat kid who sucks at fighting?
You didn't have a choice.
He was hoping that this inexperienced fighter called Boozy Tube, he was hoping that he could fight him. I forced his hand into it. He didn't want the fight.
I'm not gonna put my brand, Jake Paul, on the line for a low reward. I'm high risk, high reward. He won the fucking lottery.
He needs to win or he is done. And that's what it is. I'm here to put the Paul name into the dirt.
He keeps on like running around like, 7-figure giver, I want $1 million. Bro, you don't even have 1 million followers. How are you gonna get $1 million if you don't have 1 million followers? I don't fucking know.
He's got a bunch of haters. That's what he has. He doesn't have any fans left. The van has fallen off. There's a lot of people that want to see the end of Jake Paul. This is what it is. For me, I am progressive. But Jakey is surviving.
I know I'm gonna win. Like, I fucking know I'm gonna win. I can't say it with any more confidence. The conditioning, the hard work I'm putting into this, my movement, the size difference.
I believe Jake will come out confident when he comes into the ring. And then once he realizes the pressure and the constant, resilient tenacity that I'm bringing, he's going to be in trouble quick.
All right, welcome back. We are still in Miami, of course. We just got a taste of personality, and we have some more. Sitting next to Logan Paul is an old friend, Adam Richman. What's going on, my man?
What's going on? Thank you for having me on.
You've seen him all over TV, all over the internet, and now he is all over in Miami. Adam, what brings you to this event?
Well, I am Team Paul to the fullest.
Are you?
I was lucky enough to meet Jake and become his friend at the Lisbon Web Summit. And this is the truth. He doesn't know this story. I had met Logan. Our friend Rudy Mancuso, another big social media star, was doing a show at the Sunset Strip. Okay. And I met Logan and his dad, and I was a huge fan of his from Vine. And his dad recognized me first. He's like, this is Adam from Man vs. Food. Flash forward to Lisbon. I see this guy, and I'm like, so it's crazy. You have the same haircut as this guy at Logan I know from LA. He's like, that's my brother. And I didn't even realize that he was already like this social media juggernaut, let alone Bizarre Vark and everything.
Yeah.
The thing is, he's so laid back in the cut when you talk to him in person, and then you see him and his like volume is like turned to 11 as a creator.
Jake is not the person you see on his online videos. Isn't that crazy?
It blew me away.
Yeah.
He is
How's
so
he different?
I have to say, one of the shrewdest business minds, and calm, a sense of calm that I remember him being towed behind a truck when it had rained in LA. I mean, it's also funny because I was such a big fan of his on Vine. I remember him threatening to wrestle an old lady in the supermarket,
That was my
trying to
thing.
shoot the double. You're like,
Yeah.
show me what you got.
I mean, I'm glad she didn't take that. You'd lose. You could last doubled, Grandma.
But no,
The good old days.
But when I spoke to him and I heard about his vision for Team 10 and where it came from, and the visions that he had for himself and how he builds other people up, I think that it was just a kind of a singular vision. You know, there were like all these influencers in Lisbon, and it was like there was just something very special about him, and I was very fortunate that he and I developed a friendship.
I'm glad to hear you say that you're Team Paul, because
To
a
the
lot of
fullest.
people are watching tonight because they like Jake and Logan, and a lot of people are watching because they don't like
So-
Jake and Logan.
Yeah, but what do they say? There's no such thing as bad press?
Yeah.
It's not true.
What do you think? What do you mean?
It's not true. Coming from someone who's received bad press, like bad press is,
Yeah.
it's like although it's like good people know
Sadly,
your name.
both of us, I think, have been through that gauntlet.
Yeah, I disagree, man. I would love to be known for only doing good things. That's ideal.
Fair
you know what I'm
point.
saying? It might be slightly unrealistic. Maybe not. We see with Juju.
Juju's
and
known
Devin
for
Haney's
doing only
it.
good things. You have a great reputation, Juju. You ever run into anything?
No, I'm more of the family-friendly type of guy, you know, like family-friendly.
Auto shutdown initiated.
It's much better. You're more.
Auto shutdown canceled.
I see
That's the truth.
It's a very bright future. For
You know what, Juju, though? There was a time that you made a hit that the NFL did not like, and you got in trouble for it. Was that tough for you, or were you like, I didn't mind? You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, the hit?
Yeah.
I didn't mind it.
Are we
It actually
saying-
made me
are we
who
saying-
I am. It
are
actually
we
blew me
saying-
up to who.
Are we saying hit as in song or hit as in
It's a great
tackle?
question. He could have a hit. I mean, it was an actual physical hit on the field
Hold
that
on,
was
I'm on
deemed
it.
illegal, and he got in trouble for it. But you're saying it kind of made you a badass, right? That's kind of what's going on with the Pauls.
Yeah. So I had a hit, and I got fined $30K for it. But then after that, I grew.
Your stock
like,
went up.
Yeah, my.
So that's a specific case where like bad publicity is essentially a good thing. You know, like
I think that there's always situationally
It's
dependent. Both of
circumstantial,
us, I
yeah.
think, fell victim to a very specific thing at a very specific time. One thing that I also have to say is the fans of these guys and their opponents are so rabidly passionate that it makes an event like this so exciting. I remember before the first fight when you were fighting as well, and Jake was training, he was getting hit in his midsection with a medicine ball, and he was getting hit, and I was like, oh man, Deji gonna die, is how I captioned it. I posted a picture from my cousin's bar mitzvah, and some rando's like, I hope they all die like you said Deji would. And I was like, I'm just talking some yang, because my boy's fighting. Like, you don't gotta, he just became a man today, he gotta die.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Let him get 2 more pubes and then like come at him with the threats.
Multiple. All right, speaking of that, it's a strange segue, Adam. You do an event for the Super Bowl right now that's going on
I do
this weekend. Tell us
indeed.
about it.
Every year I've been involved with Taste of the NFL, and it's a charity that works year-round to raise money for the soup kitchens, the food pantries, any kind of food scarcity like entity in all 32 NFL franchise cities. And we've literally served millions upon millions of meals. The teams raise money through the year, and we have an event, Party with a Purpose, on Saturday night. There's a legend from each city, a chef from each city, and every single bit of the proceeds go to Taste of the NFL. And it's incredible. I mean, we've worked with farmers now and worked.
Incredible stuff. You're a good dude. You're
Thanks,
a talented
man.
guy.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry that you lost your new show, Man vs. Earpiece. We were
Yes.
watching it go down
I
here.
ate it. I actually ate it.
Would you mind
Low-key.
indulging us in a show that we're launching? It's a pilot called Man vs. Punching Bag. Guys, do we think you should do Man vs. Punching Bag right now?
Uh-oh.
Go on. Every guest has done
Take
it.
that number away.
Go on.
I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot.
Come on, Richmond. Go up there, untether him, please, someone.
Oh, no, he's right. I lost Man versus.
It's okay. Someone help him on the staff, please, anybody. Here we go. All right, go press the button. Yes, no, just start.
You gotta move that chair.
Ryan, could you help him, please? There you go. Now it's gonna come out.
Watch me get knocked out by it.
No,
I saw this one dude in Coney Island back in the day, and he started here.
Oh, no.
Did he do good?
Just take your time.
He was like, that's the trick.
Wait, what did he do?
When he started like even with his shoulder, so he like punched like all the way through.
Oh, no.
Try it.
Nice spacing. Come on, Richmond.
I glanced it.
All right, get up to 3.
Try to punch through it. Punch all the way through it. Don't stop. Don't stop. Punch all the way through it.
Get the thing down again. Take your time. Put your weight into it.
There's a lot of weight to put in.
It's okay. Butterbean.
It's not a dad bod, it's a rad bod.
Yeah, right. Oh, I like
There
that
we go.
one.
That one was better.
Come
that
on,
one was better.
Richmond. Oh, yeah. 457. Woo, Fahrenheit, my man.
It's all right, man.
Great punch. Good dude. Of course.
Good job.
That is Adam Richmond. We're still here with Juju Smith-Schuster. In the meantime, on the black carpet, I think we have another taste of the NFL. Can we go to that now?
I found a coworker here. DAZN Germany, Marcus Kuhn, used to play for the Giants. You'll be broadcasting the big game on Sunday. How you doing, my friend?
Life is good. We're in Miami. Super Bowl is around the corner. Watching some boxing before that. Could be worse, right?
Life could definitely be worse. So yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube in Germany, you're going to tune in and watch this guy right here. Let's just talk about what's happening tonight, the big fight. You have Jake Paul versus Gibb. Do you have a dog in this fight? Are you rooting for anyone in particular?
I don't have a dog in the fight really, but I mean, the whole week is very entertaining. Kind of start off Super Bowl week. I think kind of Jake Paul has to redeem his brother and kind of work to this a little bit, works toward another big fight. So you kind of have to root for him.
You're fully on board with the narrative here. I love it. It's all about the redemption.
You got to
the
be
family.
a pro.
Yes, you do have to be a pro. Now, let's talk about this for a second, because I'm sure you've been in some fights in your time. What's the craziest fight you've ever been a part of?
One time I fought a biker gang and I was hit in the head with a hammer. So that was probably the worst one. Yeah.
You're just so nonchalant. You were hit in the head with a hammer?
I was.
And you're still doing all right.
And you'll be the judge of that. But yeah, I'm here, so that works.
Did you win?
You know what? There's no winners in fights.
Wow, this is like an after-school special. I can appreciate
wise.
words of wisdom here. If you did have any beef with anyone, either in media or whatever, would you call them out and fight them like this? Would you turn to boxing?
Well, I think like we did a lot of fighting. As being a defensive lineman in the NFL, you fight kind of every day for your living, and I think I kind of left that behind a little bit. So from now on, I'm a lover.
He's a lover, not a fighter. Hey, best of luck on Sunday. Have fun.
Thank you very much.
A hammer in the head. What?
We're good?
Yes, sit down, Logan, because we got a special guest here as we get closer to Jake Paul versus Gibb. We got another pugilist of the sweet science, Danny Garcia. How are you, my man?
I'm doing good, man, out here in Miami enjoying the festivities.
What brings you here tonight?
Well, I got a house out here, so I come out here in between fights and just enjoy my time, enjoy the Sunshine State.
Are you familiar with the Paul brothers, Logan, his brother Jake?
Yeah, I'm familiar with them.
What do you think?
Good job, by the way. For your pro debut, you look good out there.
Oh, thanks, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
I lost, but thank you.
I mean, you got paid, right?
Yeah, I did.
How do you feel after your last fight? How are you going? How
I
you
feel
doing?
good. I just fought on Saturday, so yeah. So I feel good.
I see you got bit. How's that shoulder doing?
Yeah, I got bit. Man, I might be the second fighter in history to be bit. I got bit like on
so
my neck.
He literally got bit on the shoulder.
Vampire.
Yeesh.
I was fighting a vampire.
How deep is it? Is it like really bad?
No, it wasn't that bad. It was like the bottom, because you know you got the top guard, so the bottom went in my shoulder a little bit.
When that happens, do you have to get checked for like some sort of like sexual
rabies?
Rabies? Like I don't know. Like what if like a herb?
Great question.
I had to get a tetanus shot. I got a tetanus shot.
So you're saying you
got a tetanus shot?
Is that true?
Yeah. I got a tetanus shot. Yeah.
Wow. So you're saying you and Evander are the two guys ever to be bitten that bad, but at least you kept your ear.
Yeah, exactly. I got bit on my neck like a vampire.
The guy said Mike Tyson when he bit you, right?
Yeah.
No, I just said that. No, I was trolling.
No, I was looking at the video. I'm like, what did he say? Did he say now? Did he say now?
No, I was trolling for sure.
Did you think it was odd, or did it piss you off?
No, I felt like something on my neck stinging, like digging into my shoulder. And then when I looked over a little bit, I seen him like digging his mouth into my neck. And I was like, yo, he bit me, ref.
Yo, wait, hold up. Mouth guards are on the top. Was it just his bottom teeth?
Bottom teeth, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
What's with the sharp ones?
Yeah.
Did he say anything that after about him biting you? Did you ever ask him, hey, bro, why'd you bite me?
Nah, he didn't say nothing to me. I heard today like they suspended him for a
I
year,
saw that,
and they like took his purse.
They should, right?
Yeah.
What do you think
I don't know about taking the purse. That's kind of harsh. But
Are they just holding it or they're taking it?
I heard they're holding it like they ain't giving it to him, but pay the man. You feel me? It wasn't that bad. I'm good.
Pay that man.
So, Juju, you get in the piles, and there's a big pile, a bunch of bodies on top of each other. Everybody grabbing or biting or poking?
There's no biting. There's punching. There's kicking. All that. The most disrespectful thing is for somebody to spit in your face.
Has that happened?
Like, not to me.
No.
But. That's just rude.
Yeah. Well, it'd be rude of us not to ask Danny. You got any thoughts on this fight tonight? We got Logan's brother. If not even these fighters in particular, these guys do not have a ton of experience. Yeah. They're YouTubers who learned how to fight. Can they happen that fast? Do you expect a quality fight tonight?
You know, I expect it because, you know, he did it. Yeah. So it looked good. Like, you know, I'm a criticizer of boxing, you know, because that's what I've been doing for 21 years. So, but his really looked good. So I expect a good fight.
Do you think guys this inexperienced, you're more likely get sloppy, goes the distance, or somebody eats one punch with no headgear and they go down?
You know, I was expecting a knockout the first time because I was thinking unexperienced, and so somebody's going to get clipped. But we don't know. Maybe this one might be the one that ends in knockout.
What do you guys think? Where are we at with this thing now? We're under 2 hours left to go. Logan, I know you've kind of vacillated a little bit in how it ends up. What do you think right now?
I think it's long overdue for a social media star to get absolutely rocked and turn into an actual meme. And I think that's going to happen to Gibb tonight.
You know, as we're looking at the live shot, Logan, you're the master. If, let's say, Gibb does get rocked and he's out cold, how would you meme that? What would you take with that content? What would you do with it?
Knowing what it's like to lose, I would do nothing with it. Let's be honest. Boxing is a noble, prestigious sport. Although someone is going to come out with an L tonight.
Yes.
Unless, of course, it's a draw like my first fight.
Right.
there's still nobility in losing, especially if you handle it like a champ. Like it takes bullocks to get bullocks. What did the bird say?
Bullocks. Yes, bullocks.
It
That
takes
means
bullocks
BS.
to get in the ring, and no one can take that away from you, even if you do come out a loser. So me personally, no, I will not be making a meme of Anderson Gibb.
But you're the content man. Why not?
I'm on a different wave now, bro. Like I just don't. I'm not really into like picking on people anymore, and like making fun of people. Like dude, I was gonna press Gibb tonight, and I saw that he was nervous, and he's in his weigh-ins and looking like the kid who sits alone at the lunch table, and I don't want I wish him the best. And I don't want to step on him while he's down because I know what it feels like for that to happen.
People don't understand what it takes to get in the ring. Like just to even get in there, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of heart to get in there, and not only get in there, but to get in there and win. So you have to pay respect to anybody that steps foot in the ring.
You feel the same way, Dan?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, anybody who has the heart to put on gloves and step in the ring, because you know that feeling before the fight, that can make or break a fighter. That's what, you know, some fighters can't take that pressure of being nervous, and you know, some fighters burn under the fire. So I think that's what separates the great fighters from the mediocre fighters, the fighters who are able to be nervous and still go out there and shine.
What do you think of this, Juju? Some heavy talk.
I think it's tough for you guys. And like I said, I give you guys, you know, my salute to every one of you guys that go into this ring. Like I said, for my sport, I'm out there with 11 guys with a helmet on. And yes, you're fighting in front of a lot of people, but for you guys are like solo dolo. Because like you're not going in there with your trainer. You're not going there with, you know, the stuff that you need, that you always train with. You're in there solo dolo, and you're just gonna fight it out. And first to come out, I mean, whoever comes out with a W, man, that's respect, man. And like you